is a nice chill in the air this morning. Someone said, hey, you're not wearing long pants. I'm like, of course I'm not wearing long pants. Yeah, I don't wear long pants. When we get the 28-degree cold snaps, Fester, am I wearing long pants on those 28-degree cold snap days?
No, you're not a long pants person.
Yeah, let me check my cell phone here. What's the current temp? What do we have here? 55, at least. I don't know if this reads like my house in South Tampa or here in St. Pete. I got to believe it's probably pretty close to the same temp because, we're not far away from Tampa Bay over here off 4th in St. Pete. And, of course, I'm over on the Tampa side near Tampa Bay in South Tampa. So, I don't know. My phone is saying 55 degrees right now. A little bit of a breeze. It feels brisk. Hey, when I say brisk, does a particular beverage come to mind? Does anything?
Nestea.
What?
Nestea. That's brisk, baby.
No.
What?
No. I think you're wrong. I mean, you're barking up the right beverage tree, but I think you have the wrong brand.
I know it's a tea of some sort, right?
Yeah. I think, Froggy, I'm impressed that you were able to hone and zero in.
I remember the Rocky commercial, and Mickey was like, that's brisk, baby.
Yeah.
But I can't picture what drink it is.
I think brisk was Lipton.
Lipton.
All right, Fester, why don't you, instead of fumbling around, why don't you go to the Googles over there and
I'm looking
I don't know about that. I think it might
dial
be
it up.
Nestea.
All right, just type in which iced tea brand was brisk. I think it's Lipton. Froggy thinks it's Nestea. I don't think so. I think brisk.
Whoever loses takes a punch to the crotch. Deal?
Dude,
Are you sure? You sure you want to make
Actually, I'll take that back. I take that right back.
Are you sure?
By the way, Google did correct Fester's search, but Fester typed in Brish Iced Tewa Brabid.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Wait a minute. How the hell literally, folks, I'm not making this up. By the way, welcome to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105 on a Thursday. And Fester literally typed in Brish, B-R-I-S-H, ice. That's the only word that you actually got correct. Ice. That's the only damn thing.
Have you seen his fingers?
Yes, they're big, fat, sausage, fruit-cutting fingers that he has right there. Absolutely. All right, so Brish, Ice, Tewa, T-E-W-A, Brabid, B-R-A-B-D. And of that, Google actually says showing results for brisk iced tea brand.
Google is amazing.
I even got the tense of ice wrong. It's iced tea. I spent ice.
I said that the terminology brisk, and that was in all their commercials when I was younger. I remember that, brisk. And so that was effective advertising because this is what it says about brisk. The Pepsi-Lipton Tea Partnership is a joint venture between PepsiCo and Unilever. The partnership includes a complete portfolio of ready-to-drink iced teas for every occasion, including Lipton iced tea. Look at this. So, brisk. Yes, the brisk. Froggy, the brisk brand
Yes.
is Lipton, not Nestea. Now, but Nestea... It just dawned on me. I remember what the Nestea thing was. Yes. Andrew, was that on the air or off the air? Andrew, on the air or off the air? Folks, I can't tell. Hey, Andrew, can you ask? Can they fix that? So, yeah, when Andrew says something in my ear, I can't tell if it's on or off the air. All right, so Andrew just had the correct answer in my head. So I had no idea we'd be starting the show with freaking iced tea this morning. But, Froggy, what was the Nestea deal?
I don't remember.
Take the Nestea plunge. And it was like people were falling backward into, like, swimming pools.
That's stupid.
It's
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Take the Nestea plunge.
Now that's brisk, baby.
Yeah, all right. Hey, just getting rolling here. So it's a nice crisp. Oh, who used crisp? No, I'm kidding. I'm done.
Every chip.
I'm done with this.
I wish you would stop calling it when it's cold crisp. It's not crisp. It's cold.
Just cold.
Crisp is when you're walking on burnt grass.
There's a big old fire hazard.
Yeah, it's just
Crisp is the grass that caught on fire when you park your car in one of those, fields where they have a parking lot, and then you ignite the underbrush, and before you know it,
that's brisk.
Yeah, your car. Oh my God, the car's on fire!
Today it's just cold.
All right, so a busy day this morning here on the MJ Morning Show on a Thursday. The answer to your question, Roxanne, is no.
You didn't notice that?
No.
It always happens to me on Thursdays.
The answer is no.
Well, you just don't pay attention.
And I'm usually a yes man, but I'm just saying this morning, no. So, Roxanne, would you like to share with, well, I think that was in the group text, right?
Yeah, it was a group text.
All right, so that was group text. So if Fester and Froggy and Andrew, if they checked their group texts this morning, they would have seen this. So you have not. But for our listeners now at the beginning of the program, oh, also, do you know that we have a winner of the World Series? Did anyone freaking know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it last night.
I'll give you a full report.
Yeah, you're one of the few. I bet you the ratings for this World Series involving the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers, I'm guessing that this is going to be one of the lowest rated World Series in modern history. That's what I'm guessing. So, yeah, the Texas Rangers, folks, I'm sure very few of you know this, but the Texas Rangers, did anyone even know the World Series was going on?
Yeah, they could have won last night, and they did.
They did.
Did Don Gloria win?
Yes,
did. He did not.
Evan Longoria's team did not win.
Did you call him Don Goria?
Oh, yeah, since I saw that picture.
Evan Don Goria. All right, so
I do have some rating stats if you want to hear those at some point.
I don't think those, well, not
maybe.
Not
to
as far
corroborate
as,
what you're saying.
But not as far as the last game. So those numbers won't be out yet.
Right, correct.
So what are the, let me get to first of all, no.
Okay.
All right. You in the group text, Roxanne. Why don't you tell everyone what you actually said in the group text?
All right. This is what happened. I woke up. I did the same routine I do every single day. I did shave my legs today because I'm wearing a skirt, but that maybe only took an extra minute because nobody's going to feel my legs.
You haven't done laser hair removal on your legs?
Not on my calves, no. So I just did real quick.
So where you've had it done on part of your leg?
No, there was a time where hairy calves were a vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if that ever comes back, I'm ready.
You never know.
I'm ready. So I just did that. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe took an extra minute in the shower. I get out. I'm getting ready, and I realize I'm running 5 minutes or like 4.5 minutes behind. And that's when I text you guys. I was like, guys, have you noticed? Anyone else notice? It's a clocks moving faster day.
No, no, it's every day's the same for me.
No. Tuesdays, oftentimes Tuesdays, I'm moving faster than the clocks.
No, you're not. It's the same every day. So Roxanne said, hey, guys, do you notice that it's a clocks are moving faster day? And I said no.
And then when I was driving in, all these people are like clogged up where we're normally not clogged up on the roadways. And I'm like, poor people around me. They fell into the trap of the fast-moving clocks today, too. We're all clumped up.
Normal, regular Thursday. Maybe in your world, you've got some orbital issues and maybe some type of malfunction, but no, everything seems normal time-wise today. And it is time to take our break. 6:08 at the MJ Morning Show. So, Roxanne, you have some World Series ratings data up until
we don't have last night's game.
Okay.
But the first.
So you're going to corroborate what my supposition has been?
You're right on.
All right, hold on a minute. Back in a second. I bet you half of America didn't even know the World Series was going on. Back in seconds. Don't move. Busy. Oh, we got to get to the DoorDash delivery story. Remember we said we would do that for the early crowd? Holy crap, folks. There's a story you got to hear. We did it later in the show yesterday. It's next also.
So far, so good.
MJ Morning Show on Q105 620 Thursday morning. Hey, folks, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Early morons in the news. We'll get to that in the next segment. People seem to love that. You know what else people are loving? Hal Herman headlines, man. I'll tell you what. Hal Herman headline. I'm getting so many requests. I was a little concerned with Hal Herman headlines. Hal wanted to do Hal Herman headlines on Monday, and that would have been our first show since the news broke over the weekend about Matthew Perry. And I was just very concerned that, the first day back, here's Hal Herman. He's clearly going to include a Matthew Perry story. So we decided to push it off a day, and we did Hal Herman headlines on Tuesday, sort of like having one buffer day. But I got to be honest, I thought that, Hal Herman, while butchering the story completely, because that's what Hal Herman does, Hal Herman butchers the facts, the details on whatever he's talking about. It's totally erroneous, Froggy.
Well,
Hal. But people love it. And I had no complaints. I had zero complaints on Hal Herman, and even broaching the subject of Matthew Perry, which is just an utter tragedy. We had an item yesterday, which we did later in the show, which is just unbelievable. And I think I floated the idea, hey, guys, should I do this for the early crowd tomorrow in case they missed it later in the show? And there seemed to be a unanimous yes in the room. So we'll do it here in this second chunk of the show in our first hour. First, though, Roxanne, I don't want to dwell on World Series because I'm telling you, I swear, I bet you half the country doesn't even know who's in the World Series. I bet you half the country didn't even know the World Series was on. And I said a few minutes ago, I bet it's going to be among the lowest World Series in recent history as far as the ratings go. And you seem to have some details.
I can back you up with that. You are
You're going to back me up? Sort of like will you back up the first baseman for an overthrown pitch?
Yes.
Sort of like that?
Just like that. Texas Rangers, Arizona Diamondbacks, Game 1, and that was an extra innings thriller.
Oh, yeah. So much of a thriller, I didn't even know it happened. Yes. Yeah, big thriller.
The lowest rated Game 1 since viewership records have been kept.
Oh, my God. I just pulled that out of my butt.
Yeah,
I said, I bet you the lowest World Series ever. Game 1 was the lowest rated Game 1 in the world ever in the history of TV ratings?
I have more. There's more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ratings for Game 2 were the lowest ever for a World Series game, period.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. I talk about hitting it out of the park, man. I connected, man.
And
you heard the crack of the bat. All right, go ahead.
And then it just says the ratings for Game 3 were worse.
Oh.
They beat Game 2's record-breaking terribleness.
So wait. Game 2 of the World Series, which nobody knew was even on TV or was even happening. Game 2 was the lowest rated ever, and then Game 3 actually beat the lowest rated ever?
They did.
To become the lowest rated ever.
Yes. The previous lowest rated Game 4, if you're interested, it was 2020 between the LA Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
I always forget about that year. I was like, oh, that's right. The Rays were in the World Series in 2020.
They were, and we had just come back. We had just returned with the MJ Morning Show here on Q105 in October of that year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were Mr. October. Well, and Mrs. October. Oh, no, you were Ms. October because you weren't married back then. So anyway, my supposition is 100% correct about lowest rated World Series ever. And Jess and the Texas Rangers won. If anyone cares, I bet you didn't know. Beating the Diamondbacks. And what did you say? Something about your wife?
I'm one of the idiots who watched Game 2.
Now hurry up, because obviously not a lot of people care about this, and I got to get to the really gross GrubHub story.
Maybe it was Game 3.
Cut to the chase. Go.
Have you seen their uniforms for the Arizona team?
No, I have not. I didn't watch any of the World Series. I didn't even know it was on.
My wife walks by the TV, and she's like, oh, my God. I'm like, what? She goes, what's the name of that team? What teams are playing? I go, it's Arizona. She goes, do their jerseys say the D-bags? And I'm like, no, why? She goes, look at it. And the way the batter was positioned, you could clearly see a D and a hyphen and a B-A and then his arm.
Oh, so instead
and
of
then
the
the S.
instead of the D backs, she
Yeah.
thought it said the D bags.
That's the worst name. How did they let that fly? How could there be a Major League Baseball team named the
The
D-Bags?
D bags.
No, it was the D-Bags.
Douchebags out there in Glendale. They play in Glendale, don't they? Glendale, Arizona.
I don't
If
know.
I'm
Is
not
it-
mistaken.
Yeah, is it Scottsdale or Phoenix? or
I think it's Glendale. What I just said.
Is it Tucson?
I think-
no, I
Where's the stadium? I
I
think.
think it's Phoenix unless they have a new stadium.
No, I think this.
It's in Santa Fe, actually.
I think the stadium's actually in Glendale, Arizona. All right, Fester, why don't you butcher up a Google search and let it correct you?
Well, I typed-
Where do the Diamondbacks play?
Phoenix.
They
in Phoenix.
They play. Okay, so it's Phoenix.
They've always played in the
I
stadium.
thought it was Glendale. I thought it was technically Glendale. Anyway, Maricopa County. All right. This story is nuts. This is a crazy item. We did it late in the show, and we all agreed, man, we should talk about. Yes.
Arizona Cardinals play in Glendale. The football team's in Glendale.
Oh, that's what it is.
So
All right.
another professional sports team does play in Glendale.
Yeah, so that's State Farm Stadium. That's where the Arizona Cardinals play. That's why Glendale was on my mind. All right. Now, this is cringe-worthy. GrubHub delivered a dude something that he didn't want, but he got it all right. This is a guy out in Utah who used GrubHub to order some Chick-fil-A. And let me be clear, this is not Chick-fil-A's fault at all. Chick-fil-A has no responsibility here. This is all GrubHub driver. And this really solidifies why we don't order delivery food to my house. It just doesn't happen. Uber Eats, GrubHub. Listen, if you drive for them, please don't do this to one of your delivery customers. So a guy in Utah said he ordered a milkshake through GrubHub. Caleb Wood, he's from Saratoga Spring in Utah. Now, the date line on this says Saratoga Spring, and then the story later on says Saratoga Springs with an S. I don't know what the hell it is. I know up in New York it's Saratoga Springs. So he ordered fries and a milkshake. Dude, you can't get off your butt and go to Chick-fil-A and get your own damn fries and a milkshake. Really? Come on.
What if you had a couple drinks or something?
Well, what?
I made a good point.
Yeah, it's a decent. All right, so he the delivery fee was probably more than what he ordered. All right, anyway, so he orders a milkshake and some fries through GrubHub through the app, and he says, when I started eating my meal upon delivery, I put my straw in my cup that was delivered and took a sip. I soon discovered that the cup delivered to me by the GrubHub driver was a warm cup of urine. Oh, my God. Holy. Jeez. Wood captured the delivery on his Ring doorbell security camera. He said he called the driver back to the house and confronted him. The confrontation on the front porch also caught on the doorbell camera. And he's saying to the driver, quote, "Do you realize this is pee?"
Oh.
Wood said to the driver while holding the white styrofoam cup, which was supposed to have a milkshake, instead was a cup of pee. According to Wood, the driver admitted that he confused two white styrofoam cups in his car.
Yeah, I bet.
One was the GrubHub driver's pee cup, and the other was supposed to be the milkshake that this dude Caleb ordered.
Do you think Caleb
Oh, God.
really took a sip of it? Because wouldn't you feel the warmth of it and the smell of it?
We brought this up on yesterday's
Right.
show, but you're dealing with a foam cup, and it acts as an insulator to keep the cold drink cold. So it's not you wouldn't have the same tactile, temperature feel
That you
as
would
if
with a
it
paper.
were a paper cup. Exactly. So, wow.
Yikes.
According to Wood, the driver said, "Oh, sorry, yeah." So this is a driver that doesn't want to stop, run into a fast food restaurant. Hey, he's picking up stuff all over the place. Why can't you quickly use the bathroom in the establishment where you're picking up the food to then bring it to someone's house. See, again, I said this on yesterday's show when we did the story late in the program. I said, this is another example of why I'm not ordering food through these delivery apps. We've also had stories where the drivers are like dipping into people's food.
Yeah.
You know, like someone orders a shrimp dish and they say, oh, they're not going to miss one or two shrimp. So they'll reach into your food and they'll munch on your shrimp, throwing the tails out the window as they're en route to your house. You know, folks, go pick up your own stuff. Listen, I'm not trying to mess with the listeners that are part of the gig economy and everything, but I'm sorry. Most of the people out there probably do a great job. If you're delivering Uber Eats or GrubHub, I'm sure that you do a great job. But guess what? There's a chance you might get a cup of urine. All right?
There's just a risk you take.
It all goes back to every piece of food that you get from, if it's a restaurant, if it's from GrubHub, wherever it is, it's been touched by other people. So it's a leap of faith that they've washed their hands and done what they're supposed to do.
How quickly are we going to hear about this guy, Caleb Wood from Utah, getting some high-powered attorney suing the hell out of GrubHub, which I think is Chicago-based?
He was smart.
I got to believe that we're going to have a story in the next couple of weeks about a big, huge lawsuit filed. This guy got a mouthful of pee. Sipping on the straw, you're expecting the delicious goodness of a creamy milkshake, and you get a mouthful of whiz. I mean, I'm sorry for this at 6:30 in the morning, folks, but...
Well, at 6:30 in the morning, you want to hear something gross I drank accidentally?
Yep.
Oh.
When I was traveling with my ex-husband, he liked to chew tobacco.
Oh, no. You got a spit cup of chaw?
And we were driving to North Carolina. It was in the middle of the night. I was tired, and we just stopped at McDonald's, and so I grabbed what I thought was a cup of Coca-Cola.
Oh, you know what? Saturday Night Live, they did one of the little skits. It was like a pre-filmed video, and it was at the lake beach, and it was a bunch of rednecks going to the lake beach. And one of the scenes in that is someone grabs a cup and they drink a whole cup full of chewing tobacco spit.
Yeah.
And, oh, God, that's disgusting.
Roxanne's life.
It was as soon as but you know what? I didn't swallow any of it. As soon as it hit my lips, I spit it back out.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's awful. That is terrible. All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Guess what? Early morons in the news next. And there's a tasty pile of idiot stories next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let's talk. Can you check and see if the GrubHub P-Cup guy has already filed lawsuit? It might have happened between the time we just did the story and just now. I mean, come on. How is this guy not filing a lawsuit? How does this guy not have like 100 attorneys that are like just salivating trying to get this case to sue GrubHub and the driver and everything involved? All right, if you missed the story, crazy story. Oh, by the way, a couple other things I didn't get to because we're running a little late. If you missed it, this is a dude in Utah. He ordered Chick-fil-A fries and a shake, and it was delivered by Grubhub. I mean, listen, this is not Chick-fil-A's fault. Let's be very clear. Not Chick-fil-A's fault. It's clearly the driver. The driver brings the food up to the guy's door out in Utah, Caleb Woods, and hands him a white styrofoam cup with the milkshake in it. But he had two white styrofoam cups in his car. One was his pee cup, where he apparently just peed in the cup while driving and making GrubHub deliveries. And so you got a guy handing your food that all like unwashed pee hands. I mean, ugh. So this guy Caleb gets the drink, gets the fries, and takes a sip, and he gets a mouthful of number one
We get it.
instead of like a cookies and cream milkshake or something.
There's a big difference between
Yeah.
those two. Big difference.
Oh, yeah. So just a couple of other details. Caleb said, I think the order cost like $25. What? For fries and a milkshake? $25?
It's all relative when you
What
gotta have
the
it.
hell? He says they refunded $18 of the actual food cost. Wait a minute. They didn't give the tip back. You're telling me they wouldn't give you the entire amount of your urine incident situation back? Come on. Also, I mentioned this yesterday, but I didn't have time to mention it in the last segment, that GrubHub put out a statement saying we took immediate action with the driver and ended his contract. Yeah, so he's now delivering for Uber Eats.
Yes.
No. No. Oh, hey, GrubHub, so glad you fired the driver and he's not under contract with you anymore.
Too bad there's not a food delivery company like Food Whiz or something.
Food Whiz. We get your food to you in a whiz, and sometimes you even get a couple whiz.
Yeah.
How about that? It's
Could be worse, I
unbelievable.
guess.
All right, early morons in the news. Let's come back to Tampa Bay here. Gotta love this headline from Channel 8. Attorney disbarred after deputies say she stripped naked at St. Pete Beach Bar.
Wait, did that happen? That happened a while ago, right?
Yeah, this happened a while ago, but what we have is the actual disbarment.
Gotcha.
Yes. The attorney who was accused of stripping naked in front of customers at a St. Pete Beach bar last year has been disbarred. This is according to the Florida Supreme Court. This was just handed down this week on Tuesday.
No, this
Yeah.
is terrible news.
According to a press release, Kelly Elkins of Treasure Island was disbarred following her September 2023 court date, or court order, I should say. She had already been suspended. So the Florida bar already suspended her. Now she has been disbarred. The Florida Supreme Court said that Elkins, who was admitted to the Florida bar in 2001, allegedly misappropriated $25,000 that was entrusted to her. This is as, an escrow agent for a transaction. I think it was a Bitcoin transaction, actually. So she misappropriated 25 grand. And the court also noted that Elkins had been arrested twice on misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and trespassing. And those details about 2:15 in the morning back on February 18th of 2022, deputies were called to the Beach Lounge and Billiards. Remember, we did this story.
We did.
In St. Pete, and found Elkins naked.
What was her excuse? Just alcohol, or did she use like the shroom excuse? Like, what was her deal?
She was completely butt naked inside the award-winning Beach Lounge and Billiards in St. Pete. This is St. Pete Beach.
So she wasn't disbarred because of the nakedness, but
Well,
this was just like a contributing factor.
This would be a contributing factor, yes. I mean, the real egregious action was misappropriating $25,000 for a client that was to be held in her escrow account. And, well, she obviously did something inappropriate with the $25,000. But cops walk into the bar. She is completely naked. Witnesses told deputies that the attorney had removed her clothes after the manager refused to serve her. So I'm guessing that she exhibited maybe a condition which she was cut off. And what? Her response to being cut off and not served?
I'm going to take it off.
I'm taking it all off. And she took off every shred of clothes inside the bar. Arrested for disorderly conduct, booked into the Pinellas County Jail. She was released after she posted bond. Elkins was also arrested the previous day on a charge of obtaining food or lodging with the intent to defraud. So clearly she did a dine and dash, or, she did an eat and run. Holy crap. At the time that she was arrested originally, she still was listed as a member in good standing
Yeah, well, sure, at that time.
on the Florida Bar website. By the way, I believe my wife is still a member in good standing with the Florida bar as well. She stripped naked last night right in front of me.
Whoa.
Whoa, look at
Whoa.
that. Michelle stripped naked right in front of me, but she's in good standing.
She disrobed, but she did not get this far.
really, really good standing, Michelle.
All right. This is creepy.
So,
Yeah. I feel weird.
so the Florida Supreme Court said that Elkins entered a no contest plea, kind of like throwing herself on the mercy of the court. And she has to repay the $25,000 that she misappropriated from a client. She's got to pay that back within 6 months. So lawyers that have been disbarred cannot reapply for admission for 5 years. And sometimes there are cases where it's like permanent disbarment. So I think some cases you're disbarred and you can reapply, but there are other cases where you are disbarred for life. Like I might know a couple of attorneys locally that might have been involved in a little situation involving... They are disbarred for life.
Life.
Yeah, was it worth it, you idiots?
Idiots.
All right, 6:49 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So some early morons in the news. I got a ton of airplane-related stuff. You know I like these airplane stories.
Just a little.
Yeah, there was one that came down yesterday that we didn't get to during the show. Then there's a bizarre alcohol story on an airplane. We got to get to that. Oh, and what caused a woman to be dress coded on Southwest? Now, this seems a little ridiculous, but we'll let you kind of mull it over and give your opinion. Also coming up, I don't know if it's going to be next segment or the segment after, I need listeners to smell their dog's paws.
Ugh.
All right, so no, there's an explanation for
Okay.
this. All right, listen, there's always rhyme and reason with the MJ Morning Show. So hold on. All of that is coming up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey. 7:02 here on a Thursday. And Andrew, our producer, handed me this item yesterday. Andrew, what time did you give me the pilot story? What, like 8 o'clock hour or so? What time was that? Do you remember?
I really don't remember.
All right, so it was later in the show yesterday, and I wanted to try to get to it, but I couldn't squeeze it in. We just had too much stuff going on. But this is just weird. Why did we not hear about that? We've had some crazy pilot stories. We had the dude all jacked up on magic mushrooms with some kind of a psychological meltdown and depression, and then we found out that he took magic mushrooms a couple of days prior to trying to shut the engines off on an Alaska Airlines commuter feeder small jet. He was deadheading. He was in the cockpit just in the jump seat, and he tried to crash the airplane by turning on the fire suppression systems to starve the engines of fuel, shut off the gas, the jet fuel, to then cause the engines to flame out and then crash the airplane. I mean, this is nuts. And then we find out that a Delta pilot pulled a gun on the captain and threatened to shoot him mid-flight. So you're saying, why the hell did the Delta co-pilot have a gun in the cockpit? Listen, it's not uncommon because after 9/11, there was the flight deck gun program where pilots could qualify and actually take special training. And I think some of them went to Georgia. I think Savannah was a training area. Then I think Atlantic City, where pilots could be part of this pilot cockpit flight deck gun carrying program. And they would be like a last resort in case like the airplane was being hijacked, that they would have a gun and they'd be able to shoot a potential hijacker. So that's why this first officer had a gun in the cockpit. So the former Delta pilot, this happened last year. This happened over a year ago in August of 22, but we're just finding out about the story now. Former Delta co-pilot indicted earlier this month after being accused of threatening to shoot the captain of a Delta commercial flight multiple times if he diverted the flight because of a passenger's medical emergency. So apparently a passenger was sick and they had to make a divergent landing. They had to land somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the co-pilot didn't want to land the plane in a different location for the emergency, the in-flight emergency. So the co-pilot, what, did he have a hot date on the other end and didn't want to be delayed landing in the city that was scheduled? Jonathan Dunn was indicted on October 18th, and we just found out about this yesterday for the incident that happened over a year ago in August of 2022. He was indicted by a grand jury in Utah, one count of interference with a flight crew, and he was the flight crew, stemming from an incident that took place over a year earlier. During an August 2022 flight, Dunn and the captain had a disagreement over whether to potentially divert the flight due to a passenger's medical event. Dunn then allegedly told the captain that he would shoot him multiple times if the flight was redirected to make the emergency landing for a sick passenger.
Yeah.
What the freakity freak? This is nuts.
It's a little excessive, right?
I would say so, Froggy.
But just a little.
Yeah, Dunn was authorized to carry the gun as part of the TSA Federal Flight Deck Officer Program, which allowed him to have a TSA-issued weapon. Listen, I know several captains and first officers in that program. They even have a badge.
Ooh.
They have like a federal flight deck badge, which essentially turns them into like a federal officer when they're flying their airplane. Really?
Well, that does make it official
They
once
get
you
to-
have a badge.
Get to carry their gun and everything. But, man, how nuts is that? By the way, Dunn is no longer employed with Delta Airlines.
Oh.
Shocker.
They fired him as a first officer. Man, that's nuts. And then this is just after we had the maniac on Alaska that tried to shut the engines off.
A lot of stress in the cockpit.
It appears that way. And then we had a woman that's all ticked off because she was dress coded on Southwest Airlines for showing her shoulders. What?
What? Oh, don't put me on a Southwest airline. I am always a shoulder shower.
Yeah, that's Roxanne's go-to look.
Yeah,
Hey, boys, look
yeah.
at my shoulders.
one of her best features.
Yeah, they
Whoa.
dress coded her.
That's insane. I need to see a picture of this.
Yeah, there are pictures online. I can show you where to see that. So Southwest said you're not free to fly about the country looking like that. Yeah, this woman does have pictures online. She goes by Jacy, Jacy, and she was all ticked off because she was scolded for exposing her shoulders. She said she was wearing a hot pink corset top from Urban Outfitters.
Okay, well, that's
hold
yeah.
on.
There's a different story
This is
here.
a big different story.
Yeah,
here.
this is different.
She's wearing a corset top. That's
Yeah.
why they did.
But it's not like an undergarment. This is an actual
Corset, though.
Yeah,
Well, it's a corset looking top.
Yeah.
yeah. The headline is misleading because it's more than her shoulders. It's like the cleavage. Like, what in the world could
Yeah, but there are
anyone
plenty of women that show cleavage
Yeah.
on an airplane.
No.
So what is it? The combo of bare shoulders and cleavage?
Yeah, I have to take a look at it. I have to look a little
Well, hold
further.
on. There's
Jury's out.
take a look.
Yeah.
Fester's got the picture up. Take a look.
Let me see.
If you were the gate agent or flight attendant, would you dress code her for this?
I wouldn't dress code. If I was a gate agent, I would not be dress coding. Get on the plane and travel and enjoy yourself. But this is like a up the butt. I bet if she turns
Hold on.
around,
This is like up the butt?
yeah, I
What
bet
is-
it's
what
because
is-
it looks like a bodysuit. Doesn't it look like a corset bodysuit?
I mean,
Guys, look at it.
Whatever it
It's-
is, it looks good.
Oh,
to me.
she had like a thong going up the butt?
Yeah,
Is that what
look
you're
at,
saying?
look at the way it's going up. It's almost like
it keeps going down.
Yeah, and then it keeps going down.
I don't think
Like, is there a cut?
I think it stops. I think it stops at just below her belly
Okay,
button. I think it
okay.
stops.
I'll have to do a closer examination.
a much closer,
So-
thorough exam.
But
She's
look, it also
showing-
looks like there are straps. So yeah, look,
Yeah.
there are thin spaghetti straps over the shoulder.
I wouldn't stop her.
Listen, I would not listen. There is no way
No.
that I would stop her from it. Is it something you're gonna wear to church? Are you gonna wear this to grandma's funeral? No.
You don't know Granny. She
I
wore,
don't find that
my hottest corset.
she wore corsets all the time.
Granny was in pasties in the coffin at the funeral.
Yes.
Jeez.
So she's showing more of her shoulders, but she's fine.
Yeah, I would not dress code her for that. And then you see there's a lawsuit against United. This is an odd story. United, some of the flight attendants are suing because they said that they were blocked from working the Los Angeles Dodgers charter flights. That apparently the unwritten rule or the rule was to be a flight attendant on an LA Dodgers charter flight. And by the way, that is a really desirable assignment. I know from pilots I know, and also that flight attendants, that they love getting the assignments for the charters. Like, the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they fly Delta. So they have a contract with Delta whenever they have games away from Ray J, and you have to hit the road to go to a different city. Delta Airlines is the provider for the Buccaneers. Either, an Airbus 330, 767, 300, or 400. They get the wide, they get the heavies. When the Bucs have to fly to wherever, they use Delta. And pilots love getting those assignments. The flight attendants, a lot of flight attendants, they try to get the assignments to do the charter flights. They love them. Well, here's the deal. 2 flight attendants from United Airlines, they have filed a lawsuit, and they're saying that they were denied positions as flight attendants on United for LA Dodgers charter flights because they claim that the players preferred women who were white, young, and thin.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
United fosters an environment of inclusion, does not tolerate discrimination of any kind. That's the statement from United. We believe this lawsuit is without merit and intend to defend ourselves vigorously. The flight attendants, they say that they didn't fit a certain look, which players preferred, and the airline denied them roles on the basis of race or physical biases. Dawn Todd, 50, she's black. Darby Quezada, 44, she's mixed Mexican, black, and Jewish. Jewish is not a race, it's a religion, but in her lawsuit filed Wednesday with L.A. County Superior Court, Duo stresses that their experience of over 15 years with the airline prevented them from getting some of these desirable charter flights with the LA Dodgers.
All I know is when the Tampa Bay Rays fly on Spirit, they have the oldest, most experienced flight attendants in the entire fleet. Spirit takes care of our Rays better than you can ever imagine.
I don't think the Rays fly Spirit.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's how they get their team spirit going. That's how they get like amped up for the.
Was there a story that there was a Spirit flight that they were stuck on the runway for 6 hours? Did anybody see that?
Dude, there are multiple stories, and it's not just
6 hours.
Listen,
Though?
there are.
They wouldn't let them off.
I think all of the airlines have had some of those crazy stories.
I'd go insane.
And that helped to foment the passengers' bill of rights, where I don't think they can hold you on the plane for more than a certain amount of time now, or else the airline can be fined like some crazy dollar number for each passenger. I mean, nuts, where it could be like millions of dollars. All right, 7:13 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. I'm going to need some of our listeners to sniff their dog's paws.
My dog's paws have a specific smell. Sorry.
Let me see if it comports. Because Froggy, you might know. You don't know what I'm about to do, but you might be saying exactly what I'm getting at here. So that's why do I need you to sniff your dog's paws? Also, do you know what a dry promotion is? Also, what's the worst thing you can say on a first date? Worst freaking thing on a first date. That's just among the many things coming up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105 with our long hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ that starts next. Hey, I want Morning show at Q105. MJ here with Fester and Roxanne and Froggy. 7:25 here on a Thursday morning, and it is a nice brisk morning. We don't do much weather on this show unless it's like hurricane or tropical storm related. Then no one does weather like we do on radio. But hey, nice, and I love it. Nice chill in the air this morning. Fantastic. It's heating up to 108 today, but it's I have no idea what it's not, but I have no idea what the temp's going to be. Hey, Froggy.
Sure.
As we launch an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show right now, I am getting requests for you to say a certain phrase on the show. And you did yesterday, and I think that's what obviously precipitated people wanting to hear more of this.
What?
But yes, I folks,
don't remember.
I have not filled Froggy in on this yet.
Was it me and my shoe lifts?
No, it's not. It's not your shoe lifts.
Related to the Ron DeSantis.
You owe me $7,000 in a Cadillac.
No, not the. It's Juicy Juice.
Oh, goodness. The juice?
People just want to hear you say the request.
When I used to work at Publix, we always used to say, "Who's stocking the juicy juice?" Because it's just you can't say it any other way. I think it's juicy juice still around.
Yeah, they still have juicy juice.
Well,
juicy juice.
Apparently, I'm getting two requests. So
Two
now
requests?
I'm getting bombarded with people wanting Froggy to say Juicy Juice more on the show, and of course, I'm getting tons of requests for as many Hal Herman headline segments that we can possibly do.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Why would we do that?
But I'm thinking that Hal Herman.
Maybe once a week.
Yeah, I'm thinking Hal Herman is good at once a week for Hal Herman headlines.
Yeah, but I can say juicy juice.
You can
all
say
day
that as
long.
many times as you want, and I'm going to give you another reason to say Juicy Juice.
See, you can't. Nobody can say it. Try to say it normal. It's impossible.
You can't say Juicy. Yeah, you can't. You can't say it normally. So,
remember the old Juice the Juice commercial where the kid was like, "I love Juice the Juice. It has so much natural juice in it."
the reason why I bring it up again is this is actually like a week old, and I had it in my stack of unused MJ Morning Show prep. I swear I'm not making this up. And the fact that Juicy Juice has come up.
It is so juicy.
The fact that it's come up for whatever reason in the last
you have
couple.
a Juice the Juice story?
I do.
What?
This was a story that I printed out from Channel 8's website. And the headline, I'm not making this up. I'll hold it up to MJ TV. So I'll prove this. The headline is Largo man illegally entered home, drank juicy juice.
He drank Juice the Juice?
From hey, read the headline. Hey, why are you over on Fester's? Hold on a minute. Read the headline.
Try to find the Juice the Juice commercial.
Hold on a minute. Fester, go to YouTube and find the Juicy Juice commercial.
You're saying
Largo man illegally entered home, drank Juice the Juice from the fridge.
You're so consistent with it. That's pretty
Wow.
good.
that's the only way to say it, Roxanne.
I'm going to hold this up to MJ TV right now so you can see. I'm not making this up. Largo man illegally entered home, drank juicy juice from fridge. Police. A Largo man was accused of illegally entering a home, making a huge mess, and taking the juice from a woman's fridge on Sunday afternoon. This is back on like October 23rd or so. A guy illegally enters the home. Police were called to Springwood Villas apartment complex off US 19 in Pinellas Park. Witnesses reported seeing Christopher Gianfrancesco, 43 years old, running from the apartment and going to other apartments, attempting to get inside. He entered the victim's home through an unlocked sliding glass door, was accused of going through the home, rifling through drawers. Police said he tossed the victim's clothing around, even smoked a cigarette. Police said that Gianfrancesco also took 2 containers of
Juice. Hey! Are you stealing my juice?
Guess what flavors?
Oh my God, it's got to be grape.
Nope.
Cherry,
Nope.
apple.
Yes, apple flavored and
And-
tropical.
Okay.
Tropical.
Tropical juice.
Tropical.
We got the old commercial. Well, let's see if they say it like I say it in the commercial.
When was the last time that Juicy Juice has been in a headline of a news story?
Never. I don't think ever.
In the history of news.
And I just brought up juice for no reason.
All right, so I found a commercial from 2001.
For Juicy Juice?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Like Juicy Juice, some juice drinks only contain 10% real juice. So we wondered, what would it be like if 10% were acceptable for other things in life?
All right.
This is a dumb commercial.
All crap is falling off this little kid's little toy car.
Obviously, 10% just doesn't cut it.
Nope.
That's why Juicy Juice is one.
Juicy Juice, yeah.
That's why. Juice.
Juicy Juice.
I'm thirsty now. We got to get some of that
Let's
stuff.
get some juicy juice.
Oh, boy.
Let's have like a GrubHub or something. Go to Publix and pick up some
Tell you
juicy
what,
juice.
that would be Instacart.
Oh, sorry.
I'm thirsty for some.
Or if Fester did food delivery from supermarkets, it would be called Instafart.
Oh.
That's hysterical. That's so fun. I was thinking the same joke.
Not Instacart.
I was thinking the same joke. I was like, it's the fart. Let's get it on.
Instafart. All right. Have you ever heard of a dry promotion? Do you know what a dry and then we're going to have you sniff your dog's paws here in a few minutes. And then Froggy thinks he might know where I'm going with this. See if Froggy's barking up the right tree. I get it. All right. So a dry promotion. Don't look it up. Don't try to cheat and Google it. What is a dry promotion?
Well, I'm trying to think of the opposite. Opposite would be a wet promotion.
I mean,
with juicy juice.
So, I mean, a dry promotion, is that when like you have to stop drinking to move in your career or something?
No.
We'll promote you,
it's not
but
like-
just go 30 days with no alcohol.
I mean, I've met a bunch of people who would be a lot better employees if they were just not
No,
alcoholics.
it has nothing to do with that. No, nothing. Dry promotion. What's a dry promotion? You guys don't know? Think about it.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
It sounds like a
Hey,
practice
Roxanne,
type of
get your
promotion.
fingers out of your mouth.
I was sticking them in my mouth and then I'm going to come over and give you a back massage
No,
and get
no.
all my germs all over
So-
you.
No, Roxanne, you touch all this
Look,
studio's
look. I just put my finger.
your
between-
Ew.
fingers in your mouth.
Watch
and
this. Watch this.
Oh, so much. She just licked it.
Ow.
Andrew, did you just get that on camera?
Ooh.
Andrew, did you just get? Oh,
Ooh, Roxanne.
Hello.
I should open an OnlyFans.
Oh my God! Yeah, that, what you just did with your finger in your mouth, that would make you some money on OnlyFans.
Give me $3 a month.
Yeah, tell you what.
All right, so listen, dry promotion.
Come on, it's easy.
I'm thinking,
Come
in my
on.
entire adult life, I don't know if I've ever had a job where I got a promotion.
Dry. So you don't.
I've worked on this radio show, and I've been an RV salesman. I got a promotion.
Here we go.
It's promoting. It's not a promotion like you're getting a job promoted. I know it has something to do with like pushing out a promotion about your product, right? Is that what it is?
You are absolutely wrong.
Okay, well then what the heck is it?
not even close.
You're promoting a product and
listen.
it's like a dry run of.
No, a dry promotion is where you get an upgrade in title, but no extra money. And that's apparently happening a lot. They're
That's not a promotion.
well, I don't think it is.
It's a non-promotion.
Well, what they're doing, again, they're giving you more responsibility. They're giving you more work. You get an advanced title, but we're sorry, but there's no more salary. There's no more money with this new position, but you're moving up in the company.
Oh, I get those all the time.
Are you really?
Yeah.
This place is like that, right?
Yeah, I think Roxanne's president of digital marketing something.
Of the Southeast.
Yeah.
So I've never
Dry
heard.
promoted.
I never heard the term dry promotion. I mean, I've heard of the concept. I'm aware of people getting more responsibility at work. They're just saddling you. They're piling more stuff on. Maybe they've given you a new fancy schmancy, upwardly mobile title, but no money. So now we have a name to go with that action.
We're going to
Where-
make you VP of Juicy Juice LLC.
What? I'll take it.
No upgrade in pay. Sorry.
No additional money, but
We here at Juicy Juice don't give much money.
but you'll get an additional case of take-home juice.
Yeah.
Which would
Ooh.
make it a wet promotion.
Yeah, that would be a wet promotion. But seriously, dry promotion, you get increased duties and responsibilities. You might get a better title, but no more money. And frankly, let's be honest, that sucks. But it's happening a lot. Dry promotion.
So a dry promotion is essentially a reduction in your hourly rate.
With more work, if
Yeah.
you're spending more time, then that would be 100% right. Now, why do I want people to sniff their dog's paws? See, the beauty of the MJ Morning Show is you never know what the hell's going to happen on this program. I don't even know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. I would like to open up the phones right now. I would like to ask you, the MJ Morning Show listener, if you are with your dog in your home right now and you have the ability to sniff your dog's paws, I would like you to partake in this MJ Morning Show live scientific experiment to see if you detect what apparently is being discussed by veterinarians, like a Dr. Amy Stone, doctor of veterinary medicine at the University of Florida College of Veterinary Medicine, a very well-known vet school.
Yeah.
Listen, University of Florida, that's a tough vet school to get into.
Also, they have a very good
Yeah.
animal husbandry program.
Okay.
What the?
All right, let's just stop. All right, let's go to phones on this. So seriously, folks, I'm not joking around. If you're home right now, before you head off to school or go to work, take the kids, if you can call me quickly and your dog is nearby, go get your dog, grab the phone, and call us now. Look, phones are already ringing.
Yeah, I've
Can I
literally
write
gotten
down what my dogs smell like?
Let me give out the number. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Yeah, Froggy, I'm going to get to you, but I don't want you to spoil this.
Can I show you what mine smell
Okay,
like?
I tell you what.
He just wrote it down.
Show me what you think your dog's...
Am I off camera?
You know what? Just hand it to me, and I'll keep it off camera. Oh, my God!
Is that it?
That is correct!
Yeah.
How did you know this?
I don't know. It always have.
Oh,
Always.
my-
Me and Kim have always said that.
I am holding this up. I'm holding up a folded piece of paper.
I got it right?
Froggy just wrote down, I discussed none of this with the crew.
This is so weird.
I discussed none of this with Roxanne, Froggy, Fester. Oh, you don't have a dog.
I don't have a dog.
Oh, Roxy, you don't have a dog
No,
either.
but I got 50 text messages right now that probably say the same thing that's on that sheet of
All
paper.
right, I'm going to show you the sheet of paper.
I thought that was just my dog.
Look at the phones. No, I have a story about this.
Does it start with a letter?
Stop. Don't give away anything. I'm going to hand you. Open up the sheet of paper that Froggy wrote secretly on.
Yes,
That's
same,
it? Same
same.
thing.
What the hell? My
I-
dog's not special.
I never heard of this, nor have I sniffed my dog's paws. And I meant to sniff them I saw this story late. I saw this story just before I was going to bed last night. This is a little after midnight. And I found this, and my dogs were sleeping. And you know what they say?
Let sleeping dogs
Lie.
wake them up.
Yeah, so I didn't wake up the dog. They were already all nestled, and they'd been doing their Jack Russell jumping around all day. They were just all worn out. All right, phones are loaded. I need you to sniff your dog's paws for me right now and tell me what they smell like. And then we'll do the big reveal coming up here. Let me start with Dusty in Spring Hill, who phoned in 800-990-1047. Dusty, welcome to the program. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Dusty, are you with your dog?
Yeah,
What type of dog is it?
French Bulldog.
Just like Froggy is a French Bulldog. All right.
Exactly. I got 3 of them.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Now, Dusty, which one do you have? What's the dog's name that you have with you right now?
Little boy.
Oh, little boy.
Little boy. Oh.
Little boy.
What is it, like the Waltons over here?
Oh, or like the atomic bombs, if you had Fat Man and Little Boy, right? All right. Dusty, sniff little boy's paw and tell me, what does it smell like?
A Frito-Lay potato chip.
Well, you're close.
No,
No, he got it.
No, what else?
No.
He said, he said potato chip.
Well, it's not a potato chip.
It's not. It's you got part of it right.
Frito-Lay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Corn.
So Fritos. So
Like corn chips?
Yes, corn chips.
yes, animal experts are answering the question: why do dogs' paws? Look at the first caller right off the bat.
Weird.
First caller. Animal experts are trying to explain why your dog's paws smell like Fritos.
Well, every time I walk into someone's house who owns a dog, I'm like, oh, it smells like Fritos in here.
Hey,
Yeah, they're a dog owner.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
Yes.
Dusty, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Let me grab Amy. Amy is in Clearwater. Amy, are you with your dog right now?
I actually am not, but I do call her what you're talking about. Her name is actually Harley, and she's a black and tan hound dog.
All right, and you call your dog what?
My little corn chip.
So you have already detected that your dog's paws smell like Fritos corn chips.
I have, yes. I've seen that. I've seen commercials and like little skits on Facebook and stuff about the issues.
I've never seen this.
That.
Never seen this in my life. Amy, thanks for the call. Angel's on US 98 with the dog. Angel, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
You like Angel or Angel?
It doesn't matter. I've been called worse.
All right. So you're not with your dog right now, right?
No, I'm not. But I'm pretty sure I know what leads to the corn chip smell of the dog's paws.
I don't know what was about my instructions, Andrew, about, hey, could you get people that are with their dog right now? Anyway, two calls in a row, they're not with their dog. All right. So, Angel, what kind of dog do you have?
We have a golden doodle at home.
Cheese. They smell like cheese doodles.
That'd be great. That's delicious.
All right. So, why do you think the dog's paws smell like Fritos corn chips?
I do believe it's too much yeast in the dog's diet causes that.
Yeah, so it is yeast related. I'll give you the medical explanation. Angel, thanks for the call. Let me see if Amanda in Lakeland is actually with their dog. Amanda, are you with your dog right now?
I am with my dog.
All right, finally. All right, so Amanda, what type of dog do you have?
I have a Boykin Spaniel.
A what?
A Boykin Spaniel.
You're boinking your
South
spaniel?
Carolina.
Wait a second, what?
Amanda, that's illegal.
It's the South Carolina state dog.
Really? The Boykin?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
A boy? I've never heard of a Boykin Spaniel. Anyway, so you're with your dog right now. How old is your Boykin Spaniel?
She'll be 3 years old.
Hold on, Cabela, named after the sporting goods store?
You got it.
My dog's name is Bass Pro Shops.
The dog almost looks like a mini lab. I'm looking at a picture of it.
That's a nice looking dog.
Never heard of this.
Either have I. I thought I heard of most
breed.
brands or breeds, rather. So do me a favor, Amanda. Sniff your dog's paw and tell me what it smells like.
I've always said Doritos.
Same family.
Doritos, Fritos.
Yeah, but Doritos have a little cheese flavor
Yeah, not
to
quite
them.
as cheesy.
Yeah, but still, it's a corn-based chip.
Yeah. So you've recognized this, right?
Oh, absolutely. And she's on a simple ingredient diet. So
Wow.
if it's yeast related, I'm confused.
Amanda, thank you. I'll give the explanation in a minute. So turn up your radio. Lexi is in Tampa. Lexi, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
Lexi, are you with your dog right now?
No, not currently.
Okay. All right. All right. So have you noticed this in the past?
Yes. Ever since I got her, she's 3 years old now. And when I was growing up, I had a beagle, and she had Frito paws.
How
Frito paws.
How did I not know about this? I've had dogs my entire life, and last night, for the first time, I saw a story on why dogs' paws smell like Fritos corn chips.
You've had multiple dogs for the last 25 years.
I grew up with dogs since I was like 3 years old. My parents, we had dogs. We had Doberman Pinschers my entire life growing up. And then Michelle and I, we've had Jack Russell Terriers since 1994. And I've never heard of this. Lexi, thanks for the call. All right, one more. Lisa is in Tampa. Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Lisa, you're with your dog?
I'm with my dog. I drop my daughter off at school, and we bring the dog with us.
Oh, and what kind of dog do you have that's riding along this morning?
She's a Boston Terrier.
I know. Oh, now, are you able to
So
sniff?
My daughter and I smelled her paws, so my daughter got out of the car.
Yep.
Definitely Fritos.
Look at this. So in Carline, as you're dropping your daughter, how old's your daughter?
11.
So as you're dropping your daughter off at school, you sniff the paws and you confirm that your dog smells like Fritos.
Yes, and she has a grain-free diet. I make her food, so I'm a little confused.
Well, turn up your radio. We're going to explain, okay?
So it's more than just a
Thanks.
yeast infection?
I wish my dog's paws smelled like Funyuns.
We should have people call up and smell their dog's butts because mine smells like Twizzlers.
I mean,
Yeah.
stop it. Froggy,
Strawberry.
knock it off.
I'm just saying it's weird.
No, it doesn't. You're not sniffing.
Sniff your dog's butt. Call it now.
How great. What if your dog's paws smelled like, Fritos and the butt was like French onion dip?
Oh, so good.
That's so delicious.
I grew up with pugs. I feel like pugs' butts stink.
Yeah, because
Why are you guys sniffing your dog's butt? Stop it.
So Roxanne feels that one particular breeds of dog has a stinky butt.
So occasionally, Casey, they would all go through the stinky butt phase.
Before
Like,
we
what's
move
going
on,
on?
let me explain. Dogs have normal levels of bacteria and yeast on their feet. That leads to the Fritos smell, according to Dr. Amy Stone, doctor of veterinary medicine, and a clinical associate professor at the University of Florida's College of Veterinary Medicine. The Fritos scent typically comes from Proteus and Pseudomonas bacteria and yeast. Dog owners should not attempt to get rid of the smell. The vet says don't try to clean your dog's paws or dip them in bleach or whatever. Dogs are not supposed to smell like roses or lavender. They appreciate the aroma of their own skin. So it's bacteria and yeast, and it's a very similar or exact smell of the original Fritos corn chips. So that is the explanation. Hey, do you want to hear a very sweet story?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you laughing? What do you think? This is a setup? What do you think? I'm setting you up?
No, I thought of a new line of jokes about the Frito and dogs, but you moved on.
I have. I've moved on.
I have a whole line
Give
of
us a
jokes.
give us a
Yeah,
all right.
lay it out there.
Go ahead.
So do you think Mr. Frito, when he was inventing this, was like, no, must smell more like my dog's paw. No, damn it. Add more dog's paw to the formula.
Are you going to take this act on the road?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
That was
What
a
do you
bad
want?
idea.
You want to slot at the improv?
Yeah,
It's more storytelling than jokes, but I like it.
Okay.
Listen, we're orators.
Okay.
It's a nice historical.
Can I move on to the sweet story now?
I'm not going to laugh at it.
This is not a.
Don't worry, I'm not going to laugh at it like you didn't laugh at my Frito dog paw.
Well, guess what? This is not a funny story. This is a nice, sweet story, and I got to figure out because I would like to do something with this.
Yes.
Let me see if I got a follow-up email from the individual because I read this late last night. I was going through email. Folks, you can always get a hold of me. This is a great way to well, there are a couple of ways, but email's also awesome, and I love email in the sense that if you've got a hot tip, if you have gossip, if you have something that we need to know about, if there's material for the show that you think we gotta have, if you got the in on something, if you want to give me a hot tip, hey, just put in there, hey, this is anonymous, or please don't mention my name. I will always abide. I will never sell anybody out. If you have anything great for this show, send me an email. And this is my private, personal email. No one goes through this email but me. It's me, myself, and I. And it's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. So hang on, I'm going to email here quickly. I just want to see if this individual followed up with me. And because I did respond. No, not yet. But
right.
let me share this email. The subject line got my attention. It was, I wanted to know if you had any ideas, please. Hi, MJ. I just recently started a new job, and got a breast cancer diagnosis during orientation. It would have been almost impossible to take off for the procedures and surgeries that were needed and yet not lose my new job. I had no sick time or hours accrued. A very nice coworker offered to give me his hours so I would have the necessary time off and yet not lose income or my job. I can't begin to thank him enough. Cobra to pay for medical was also $, $.
Yeah, Cobra is super crazy expensive.
From coworkers, I heard this gentleman loves the Tampa Bay Lightning and watching it with his 2 boys. Do you have any suggestions for me? I want to get him some token of appreciation and make sure that he really likes it. Perhaps club seat game tickets with dinner included at the arena. Otherwise, any place I could purchase even signed memorabilia. Thanks, MJ. And it's signed a woman's name. I'm gonna keep the name off for now because this is a personal situation with a breast cancer diagnosis. How nice is that she's starting a new job and an established coworker that's already been at this job offered to give her hours that he accrued for her to take time off to deal with her breast cancer diagnosis and not lose her new job.
That's amazing.
Is that and she's thinking, what can I do for this guy? What a gentleman. What a noble, what a beautiful thing to do. Giving essentially a stranger, a new coworker that's just being given orientation in the new job. You're in orientation and you get this diagnosis the same day. Listen, so I want to figure out what we can. I think this is a wonderful story, and then heard that this guy loves the Tampa Bay Lightning, loves to watch with the 2 sons. So, Fester, we need to go to work on this and see if we can, work with the Lightning and, put something together to get this amazing guy just some kind of a thank you, some gratitude from this listener and this emailer. I just think it's a very nice story.
Get on that, Fest.
So
okay. So are they asking us to provide stuff?
No,
for
what I'm thinking is now we get Lightning tickets.
So I'll tell you this:
we get Lightning tickets in promotions. But listen, our promotions folks, like Tyson and the promo team, they deal with the Lightning all the time. They know the Lightning. I don't know the Lightning marketing folks anymore. I used to, but if we can somehow work with the Lightning to get this guy and his 2 kids a couple of great seats and treat them to a nice night for just a good deed. I mean, just when you start to lose faith in humanity, you hear a story like this. I think it's fantastic. So I'd like to put something together.
I will tell you this, and I don't know if you were aware.
Yeah.
I believe the radio station has a couple of season tickets.
I was not aware. They've never been offered to me.
Yeah, nor have they to I. However,
they haven't offered me more than minimum wage to do this job.
We have a lot more in common than you think.
Yeah. All right.
However,
well, look, see, I looked at you to help out to try to be the liaison here, and I didn't know. You knew that we had season tickets or we had some kind of tickets.
So,
I'm trying to spit it out. Spit it out, Fester.
How involved do you want to get in this? I mean, do you want to get the guy a lightning tattoo? I mean, do you want to get? Hold on.
The lady is the woman. I forget it. Fester's out.
I got a lightning flag. We can put on your car window.
What is wrong with you?
I got a hockey puck.
You know what? I'm turning your mic off. You know what?
Stanley Cup patch
All right.
from when they
All
won
right.
in 2008 or
All right.
2004, whatever.
You know
what
what?
a jerk.
I would have been better suited putting the totally irresponsible
You know what?
Froggy in charge of this
I
assignment.
think Andrew has a Poopa jersey
What are
from
you-
back in the day.
And how am I irresponsible?
Fester, listen, all right, Fester, just
How am I going to be?
I tell you know what I want you to do right now?
What?
Shut up. All right,
Son of
disrespectful.
how exactly do you want to help? I'm going to call the lightning?
Why are you turning this?
Hey,
is a,
Phil.
this is a lovely story. Why are you destroying
No,
it?
I'm just trying to lay down. I mean, it's just so
Roxanne,
You're
would you
going to
like
call
to
Esposito?
Roxanne,
I'm
would
going
you,
to call
Take
Phil.
care of it. I'll take care of it.
would you like to
I'll
weigh
take
in
care
on
of it.
this?
I'm going to call.
I'll take care of it.
Just stop. Yes, Roxanne, go
I'll
ahead.
take care of it.
See how easy it is?
All right. So you'll take care of this?
I'm talking to Andrew right now. We have a plan.
Okay.
Andrew?
All right. Yeah, Andrew's our producer. Andrew has great connections with the lightning.
Fester,
what
you
is
just...
what is wrong with you? You're
like, take care of this. What exactly do you have in mind?
All right.
How about we give him how about we make this guy the attaboy of the day? Huh? Attaboy.
why are you?
I mean, I'm just trying to
Why are
understand.
you wrecking this beautiful story? What is wrong with
I'm
you?
just trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. It's okay.
There's nothing to. It's a simple story, and you're like you're steamrolling it.
I have a lightning cap.
Oh,
It's a couple
you
years
know
old,
what?
a little sweaty, but he can have it.
Don't go to
This
you know
guy
what?
can have it.
Why haven't I learned my
I
lesson
will
yet?
give it to him.
Why have I not learned my lesson yet? Anyway, to the
Let's go, lightning.
shut up.
What?
Stop. I'm moving along.
All right, fine.
Jeez.
It's a beautiful story. Oh. Let's go.
What is
All right, go,
wrong
go.
with you?
Maybe I'm the wrong guy to handle this particular
My
one.
God, just to tap out then
I'm just trying to talk it out. I'm just trying to talk through the whole thing. And you're saying, wait, listen.
It could have been this
I thought
easy.
it was a wonderful story. Anyway, listen.
It is a wonderful story.
To-
I'm trying to come up with a plan here.
To the emailer that emailed me, I will be I already responded back. So yes,
MJ, can you forward me that email?
yes, I can. And Roxanne, I think this is a wonderful thing this guy did. And so why don't I go to you in the first place? Why don't I look at Fester?
because you don't trust any of us for anything.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
It's kind of true.
That's not true
I mean,
at all.
you trusted me with this, and look what happened.
All
Called
right.
me irresponsible.
That's right.
You know,
You are.
All right. What is
kind of successful.
as we move on here? Let's see, never a dull moment here at the MJ Morning Show. So, what is the worst question that you can ask on a first date? This is according to a dating coach. This is a dating expert. This is like the worst thing you can ask on a first date.
Will you be the father of my children?
No.
That's a good one, though, right?
How
That's gonna-
often do you BM?
All right.
Because that's a
I
deal
you know,
breaker.
I want to know. Yeah, that's actually good information.
I said the medical.
All right. Stop.
Medical initials.
Stop. All right. The worst question you can ask on a first date, according to a dating expert, is
How much money do you make?
Yes.
why did your previous relationship not work?
That's a good one.
What happened?
Yeah, that's just creepy. What are you on a job interview?
Yeah. Well, so it's also why are you single? What happened to your last relationship? So it's sort of a compound of questions.
Be lucky they're not. Be happy that they're single, because that means they're not in another relationship and trying to look for their replacement before they're done with the one that they're in.
The awful, no good questions to ask are, so what happened in your previous relationship and why are you single? If you ask those questions, apparently, according to Dating Pros, that gets very, very awkward, and that really could set this new potential meeting and relationship off on the completely wrong foot.
See, if someone asked me that, I would be like, I'm not. I'm actually married. I'm just trying to have something in the hopper. Things don't work out
I went
with
on a
this.
first date one time
Uh-huh.
with a girl my friend set me up with in the college. And we went to go see Saving Private Ryan. And I looked at her and I actually said, "What's up with your breath?" Because her breath was so oniony.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain it. So
Smelled like-
I had to ask her.
Smelled like Funyuns.
It was terrible. And like she was like, "Are you saying I have bad breath?" And I'm like,
This is a first date?
Oh my
Yeah, first date.
That's pretty
In the
bad
middle
as well.
of Saving
And then
Private Ryan.
we left Saving
Well, first of all,
Was there a fight on Normandy Beach?
I don't know why we went to that.
who goes to Saving Private Ryan on a
Yeah.
first date?
Me.
Did you pick that movie?
Well, I didn't know I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was a Tom Hanks fun movie.
It was like Big goes to the army or something.
Yeah, think
Yeah,
about what
there was a big piano keyboard on Normandy Beach.
Yeah.
on Omaha Beach. Big piano keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's like
God.
Jimmy Coco Pop, Jimmy Pop.
Well, hold on. What kind of dope goes to Saving Private Ryan on a first date?
With a girl whose breath literally smells like a bloomin' onion
Oh my
with
God.
sauce.
I wish it smelled like a blooming onion.
Yeah. You know, should we go to phones on this? Should we ask listeners?
Yeah, we're getting some good texts.
Oh,
Textuses.
all right,
Yeah.
so share some of the text with me. But if you want to fire up the phones here, we'll take a couple of calls of on a first date. Have you had any really awkward questions that you asked and then you realized after the fact? Or were you asked something really, really awkward? Anything similar to, hey, so why are you single? Hey, so what happened with your last relationship? If you've been on a date and it just got awkward, whether you made it awkward or they made it awkward with what was asked, just tell us some of the most bizarre things that maybe you discussed or you were asked on a first date. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So hit the phones right now if you have any interesting story of just general weirdness on a first date with questions. You were asked or you actually asked, and then maybe after the fact, like, ooh, that wasn't too good. 800-990-1047. So tell us about some of your weird interactions on a first date with what was said. Now, Roxanne, you're getting some interesting texts. What are you getting?
That I am. You ask how much your date makes at their job. You ask.
So
Yes.
how much do you make?
Mhm.
Is that like someone trying to feel out whether this is going to be husband or wife worthy? Right.
A good
Are
investment.
they going to make enough money to support the lifestyle? So what is that? If they don't make enough money, that you just cut your losses early on? Is that it?
Ooh, I guess so.
Maybe it's just like a
Look at the
easy,
phones.
intrusive question.
Yeah.
Every single line is ringing here. All right. Andrew is screening calls right now. We'll go to phones here in just a second. Keep going.
The worst question is, will you bleepity bleep me at the end of the night?
What?
That's not the worst question.
Whoa.
What are you
That
turn into
is-
an alien?
Will-
Bleepy, bleep, bleep.
That
What
is
does that mean?
Bleepity bleep.
That is, let's skip the meal. Let me listen. Saving myself.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How about
Yeah.
That's not the worst question to who, Rox?
how about you ever thought about getting that mole checked out?
Jeez.
You know.
The one says they've had that question asked to them all the time. Why are you single? And that they put it back to the other person. Why are you single? You're here too, right?
Answering the question with a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Phones are loaded here. Let's go to 3 guys screened so far.
I was asked the last time I had sex. That's what one of the
Really?
Yeah.
All right, 800-990-1047. That's the call-in line. It's also the text line. I do prefer it when you call in because we're an audio medium. Let's start with Angela in Lakeland. Angela, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing today? I love your show. I just started listening about a year ago.
Well, awesome. Now, are you new to the Tampa Bay area, or you been here for a while?
I've lived in Florida for 18 years.
All right. Did you remember how long you been in the Tampa Bay area?
I live in Lakeland.
Right.
I work in Tampa Bay.
All right, but what I'm saying is, so for 18 years?
Yes.
Now, do you remember the old MJ Morning Show when we used to be on 93?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been listening to you for 5 years. My apologies.
No. We've been back for 3, but what I'm saying, we were on the air for 18 years prior. So
This math is getting complicated.
Yeah, this is
All right,
listen,
so-
Lakeland and math sometimes don't add
Angela,
up.
listen, Angela, bottom line, thank you for finding us a year ago. Angela, go ahead. So what have you been asked that was odd on a date?
It was a first date. I was set up online, and I opened the car door, and the gentleman was sniffing lines of cocaine. Handed me the straw and asked me if I'd like a line. And I closed the door and went back inside.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
This was the first interaction, the first meeting, and the guy is already sniffing lines of coke?
Very first interaction, I open up the car door and he's doing them right off the dashboard.
Well, aren't you a square?
How long? Froggy, stop it. How long ago was this?
This is probably about 10 years ago when online dating first started.
Oh my God. And then you just walked away and you never saw this guy again, right?
Nope, never saw him again.
Man,
He's going to date with Vince
Holy
Vega from
seriously.
Pulp Fiction.
she has trouble with simple math, and she doesn't party.
She doesn't have a simple math problem. Hey, Angela, thanks for calling. Have a great
Thank you,
day.
Angela.
Let me grab Joe in Brooksville. Is Joe still? Can I grab Joe? All right, hold on. Andrew wants me to take Don first. Don is in Clearwater. Don, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, guys. This is more of a, she was just dumb. She asked a dumb question.
Right.
I took her to go see the Transformers when they first came out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, not only did she eat all my gummy bears, at the end of the movie, she asked me, why did they call it Transformers? I said, date's over.
Wait a minute.
Why do they call it Transformers?
I'm
You're
not,
sensitive.
I'm not really a Transformers fan. I'm not really into that whole genre of movies. But, Don, I mean, you'd have to be a dummy not to know why they call them Transformers, transforming from like a tractor trailer into this robot, you know? Oh, I get it.
These gummy bears are really good. Transform. Oh, I get it.
Yo, they transform. That's a date's over. Have a nice day. Don, thanks for the call. Call's over. Have a nice day. All right, so.
Thanks, Don.
All right, let me go back to Joe. Joe is in Brooksville. Joe, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Joe.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right, so worst question asked on a date, you, them, what happened?
Okay, so my sister set me up on a date. We went out to Outback Steakhouse. We're there, we're enjoying our dinner, having a conversation, and everything was going well. And she came out and said that she had gotten to the country illegally. So my first response was, how did you get here? And the look on her face, and she goes, what do you mean? I said, well, how did you get here? Did you strap a couple inner tubes together and float across the Rio Grande? Did you run across the border?
Was her name Rio and she dances on the sand?
No.
All right.
Actually, it took a couple years before I actually really found out what her real name was.
Because
told
she
me
was
that
here illegally.
her step family got her some fake papers, and that's how they got her in the country.
Okay.
Did she come in from Mexico or Central America? Where was she from?
Originally from Peru.
Okay, from South America.
South America.
Yeah. Wow.
And and they got her some fake papers, fake name, and that's how they got her in the country.
So this is a terrible question. I'm
awkward. It was an awkward question.
Okay.
Awkward question. Joe, yep.
Yeah, and there was probably a 5-minute pause with nothing was said, and we're just kind of staring at each other.
Yeah, she probably thought you were a federale or something. She didn't want to tell you.
So, federale would be Mexican.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
It would be
Customs and Border Protection or whatever. Yeah.
It's-
Hey, so, Doug, did you see this woman after the fact?
Yeah, actually, we wound up getting married. And
Whoa!
What? Okay.
Yeah, we were married for 16 years, and then we got divorced a couple years ago.
Wow. So you first date, you're asking how'd you get into the country illegally, and then you end up getting married for 16 years?
Wow,
Yes, sir.
you citizened her up good.
What, did she ever get her citizenship, or was she in the country illegally?
No, she's still in here illegally.
Oh, man. All right, Joe, thank you.
She's in here illegally and has half of Joe's crap.
Let me grab Doug in Hudson. Doug, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Folks, if you're just tuning in, just talking about the worst questions that you can ask on a first date. And among them are, why are you single? Or, well, what happened in your last relationship? What happened? What's the story? Why are you looking right now? Yeah, those are bad. So we're taking a couple of calls here. So let's grab Doug. You're on. Hi, Doug.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Love the show. Just moved down from Ohio when I was in my 20s. Dated this girl a few years younger than me. Went to pick her up. I noticed she had a two-seater Mercedes in her driveway and opened the door. And she says, "Oh, I'm not ready yet. Meet my housekeeper." We go to have some drinks, and she's like, "So what's your portfolio look like?" And I told her it was black leather, but she didn't see any humor in that. So
She was already digging for how much money you had in your investment portfolio?
Right.
What happened after that? Was there a second date or no?
Oh, no. First and last.
Wow. Yeah, see, just trying to feel you out for what kind of coin you had in the back office there. Thank you, Doug. Let's grab Brittany and Land O'Lakes. Brittany, Andrew, I'm just going to take a couple more here because I got to move on or else I'm going to get too much in the weeds here and get behind. So, Brittany, Land O'Lakes, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, how are you?
Brittany, can I ask you a totally off-base question first?
Yes,
Brittany, did you buy the new Britney Spears memoir?
I have not. I can't even stand to look at it. I'm embarrassed.
All right. Just asking with a name like Brittany. All right, Brittany, what happened on a date? What was awkward?
Okay, so you wouldn't think this would be an awkward question, but it turned out to be extremely awkward. I was on a date with someone, and he asked me what I do for a living, and up until that point, I could tell he was probably not my type, and I've been set up on this date, blind date, and wasn't the smartest of people. And so we go out and he says, well, what do you do for a living? And I'm in the mental health field. And I said, I'm a psychologist. And he says, well, what does a psychologist do? I said, well, I do a lot of different things, testing, therapy, whatnot. He says, so like IQ tests. And I said, yes, there's IQ tests sometimes. And he says, I guarantee you, if I went to an IQ store, I would have a better IQ than you.
Oh my gosh, what a weirdo.
And then he chuckled and thought it was funny. And I'm like, I don't think there's an IQ store. Like, it's not like an Apple store. You don't go pick up your phone and ask your IQ at the same time.
Right.
So at that point, the waiter actually comes up to the table too. And he says, oh, how are you guys doing? Do you need anything else? And I said, yes. Would you like to switch places with my date? Because this is not going well.
Oh, that's great. All right, so, Brittany, you're a psychologist.
I am.
So do you have a PhD?
I do.
Oh, you're a smarty pants. Let me ask you a question. And listen, don't hold back. And I'm sure you do this all the time. And I'm guessing you listen to us fairly regularly.
Yes.
Have you done psychological workups on us, like Fester, Froggy, me, Roxanne?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you share?
You're all crazy. That's about as good as I can get.
Well, everybody knows that.
Yeah. I paid my copay for that.
Except Roxanne.
Thank you.
Well, hold on.
Thank you.
Everyone's
Thank you.
crazy but Roxanne?
That's right. That's right.
That's my girl.
All right.
Yes. I put out the totally not crazy vibe.
Suddenly you lost
Us
all
ladies have to
credibility.
stick together.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. Brittany, thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
I bet she's done a psychological workup on Britney Spears, though. How about that?
Doesn't even want to buy the book.
Did you see, and I've got that here somewhere, the book has already sold over 1 million copies.
Good for Britt.
That is massive.
Yeah.
So at $20 a pop, $24 a pop, that's $24 million.
Didn't you say
massive.
Michelle loves it? Or has she started reading it yet?
No, she hasn't started reading it.
Okay.
I said Michelle bought it.
She bought it.
Where would you get? I didn't say anything about Michelle
Dreamt
loving
it.
it yet. But Michelle does have it. She had it delivered on the first day. Michelle pre-ordered the book, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people that you know that probably have purchased the book. I've also found out about other people that we know, and they also ordered the Britney Spears book.
That's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like...
Let me grab one more call on the dating issue, and then I got one other little sub-chapter on dating, which is also very interesting. It's Mike in Wesley Chapel. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is kind of bookend a little bit. I've been listening to you since Brittany shaved her head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, since 1998 or something. What? Say it again?
Yeah, you had some billboards out with that on advertising for your radio station.
We did.
I remember.
Yeah, we've talked about that. And in retrospect, I probably would not have recommended those billboards. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, actually, she had two questions for me on this date, and the lady really was very, executive-like. Okay, we go to a steakhouse. She then asks me, "Can you take apart your phone?" I'm like, "Well, I can turn it off."
What is it? You're on a date, you're at a steakhouse, and she asks you to take apart your phone?
Yes, she actually had me take the battery out. She's like, I'm a personal assistant to a bigwig in a tech company, and he can listen in on not only your phone but my phone since they're next to each other.
Stop it.
And I'm like, are you serious? And
Okay.
I mean, from the way she was and her drive, she had a nice BMW and everything. I believed her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I took it apart, and then she asked me if I had any pharmaceuticals, and
Yes.
I'm like, I have some allergy medicine. She's like, no, pharmaceuticals, and I'm like, Oh.
Yes.
No, I do not.
So she wanted to know if you had any coke or marijuana?
We didn't go any further with that because she saw the look in my eye like, oh, you bet you used to be in the
Hey, any chance you got some Prilosec? I've got some acid reflux.
Yeah, right.
Mike, you got to put this together. She was a meth head. So first she was like getting crazy taking the electronics apart, and the paranoia, her boss listening in. I think that's what was going on.
That's bizarre. Anyway, go ahead.
Never saw it coming.
Hey, that's that's good stuff, man. That's a great call to end this on. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, have a great day. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. All right, 3 more things here when it comes to dating. Yes, Rox.
I was just going to say, one texter said she was asked why her fingers were so sexy. That's weird.
I ask that question all the time.
That's weird.
No, it isn't.
I
got plans for those fingers.
I think women women ask Fester, why are your fingers so sausagey?
Hey, listen.
Is that a glandular
Let me
issue?
tell you something. You boys may not know, but all the ladies know why.
Anyway, so
all the ladies.
Oh, Fester,
They know.
You're in just ripe, rare form
if you
today.
think my fingers are the only thing that's engorged on me.
All right, Fester, just stop.
Size 15 feet.
I'm dumping that.
I'll say it again. Size
No,
15 feet.
stop it.
Size 15 feet. I'll beat your dump. Size 15 feet, people.
Ew.
Size 15 feet.
Stop. I can't
Look at his
dump
hand.
it. Right.
Look at his hand. Andrew, take my camera on MJTV. Look at his hand.
Will you stop it?
Ew.
My God.
What?
I
Want to know why I can't sit on a subway?
Stop it.
That's right.
All right.
3 seats.
Stop.
I know why you can't go to a subway. They'll close it down.
Shut up.
All right.
Speaking of foot long.
Talk about
Subway Supermarket. All right, we're done.
Dude, what is up with you? You know what? You need an MRI. You got a tumor.
I got a tumor.
You got a tumor.
I've got a tumor.
Something's up with you.
Something's up with you.
You need a tumor check.
Let's go 2 for 1. You and I will go tumor checks together.
I'm moving along.
All right, let's go.
On dates, these are red flags. So this is just kind of bouncing off the awkward question. And I'm just going to do this very quickly, and then we'll move on. So on a first date, these are 3 signs that you should cancel the first date.
So prior to it happening.
3, or in the middle of it. In the
okay.
middle of the date. So first date, wherever you happen to be, whether it's pre, whether it's in the middle, whether it's near the end, 3 signs that you should cancel a first date, and that's it. Move on. These are encounters. The first would be a discussion of values, right? So often, these are non-negotiable. Think about like kids or religion, and if your values do not align, if you're just way off kilter, like the drawbridge going down, it's all cockeyed and it won't close. If the drawer won't close, if it's just out of whack, cancel, get out. So if values are totally misaligned, get out of the deal. All right, next, if they start to reference sex during the texting phase, so if you are in the process of communicating, you're planning the date, if you're in the texting phase or early talking phase, and it's all sex, get out.
Obviously.
So sex, early sex talk, get out. You should reconsider that first date.
Oh, that explains why Froggy doesn't want to go on a date with me.
Another one. If your date asks, so why did your marriage end? And this kind of goes back a little bit to the awkward first questions, but this is another one. It's if they ask why your marriage ended, and if they're expecting you to explain that, that could be odd. And here's an example. This is an actual example of something awkward that happened. Asked, hey, why did your marriage end? And the answer morphed into, well, we just weren't sexually compatible. So again, part of that sex thing. So sex talk during the early phases of talking, sex talk during the texting process, or being asked, hey, So what happened to your marriage? Why did it end? And then, if they start talking about sexual incompatibility, might be a red flag to run. And then the third item here is if they just right off the bat start attacking and nailing their ex, whether it's a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, if they start attacking their previous one, if that means they're not over their ex. So on the first date, if they're talking poorly and badly about their ex, get out, run. It's not going to work out very well. They're not over the previous relationship, and it's going to be a problem.
One of my friends just texted me. She did online dating, and she said that one guy, before she met him, he was texting her that he was going to require her to wear skirts on all dates so that he could do something. I'm not going to say it.
Oh.
What?
That's interesting.
It sounds like a simple request if you ask me.
Wow. All right, Fester.
It just sounds like a simple request.
What is up with
It
you?
sounds like a simple request.
Do me a favor. We take the rest of the day off.
I wish you would have told me this an hour ago.
Oh my God. All right. I did not know we were going to talk about Ferris Bueller's Day Off today. First of all, one of the greatest movies of all time. Fantastic movie.
Feel good movie.
Did you see what happened to Cameron?
No.
Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, who went on to have a career playing a part on what TV show?
Law and Order?
Andrew, do me a favor.
What is?
Andrew, bring up the theme to that TV show, the one that he was in later.
Am I allowed to say it, or you want to play the music first?
No, I want to play the music.
Okay.
Because you guys don't. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I do.
I know who this guy is. I know a handful of things he's been in, including the big one that you're probably thinking of.
All right, go. Both of you guys say it at the same time. Go.
Succession.
Did you say suck
Yeah.
session?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did.
yeah.
Part in Succession as an adult. I mean, it just kind of blows your mind. Where the hell the time has gone. So why are we talking about Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off and the dude from Succession?
Because he pulled a Pete Davis.
Who?
You mean
Right?
you mean a Pete Davidson?
What did I say? Yeah,
You said
Davidson.
Pete Davis. Allan Ruck is the guy's name who played Cameron and also on Succession. Allan Ruck crashed his truck.
What is this, a rhyme? A riddle?
Yeah, I have a kid's book that reads a lot like this. And let me tell you, you don't want to read the third line.
Yeah, he doesn't give a.
Allan Ruck crashed his truck right through the side wall of a pizza shop in Los Angeles.
Oh, man.
What the hell? Now that's a pizza pie. That's a spicy meatball. Cameron, what would have been great if it was like a classic old Ferrari.
Right?
That would have been much better if you would have crashed that through the wall of the pizza shop. That surveillance video, which was obtained by TMZ, showed the Succession star and Ferris Bueller star ramming into two cars at a four-way stop before plowing into Raffalo's Pizza, whatever it is, at the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea around 9 p.m. local time on Tuesday night, so 2 nights ago. He was driving a Rivian. Have you seen those Rivian pickup trucks?
Yes, I have.
So I think the Rivian truck looks really great until you look at the front end. And the front end just looks like a stupid kid. I don't know what it is, but the back of the Rivian, the side of the Rivian, I think that it looks like a great truck, but you get to the front end and the Rivians to me look dumb. Like if you were to assign IQs to cars, the Rivian just looks stupid.
Because it has like little beady eyes.
It's like weird. The front end is like just stupid looking, but the rest of the truck looks great. The back looks good. The sides look good. So 75% of the truck looks great, but 25% of the truck, the front end, looks dumb. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel.
Your opinion.
Yeah, listen, everything's my opinion. I don't disqualify, that. So the L.A. Police Department, in the police report, goes over all the details. No major injuries. A 25-year-old man and a 40-year-old female reported experiencing pain following the crash. No pedestrians. Now, have we seen any? By the way, his Rivian truck punctured the entire side of the pizza shop. His truck is through the pizza. Whole front end, the stupid front end, is inside the pizza shop. I mean, it punched through the wall like, hey, Kool-Aid. All right?
So it was like his car in Ferris Bueller's, like driving, punching through the, remember at the end?
Yeah, that's
why.
That's why I was referring to the Ferrari.
Yeah, the Ferrari. Yeah.
Trying to roll back the miles after the parking garage guys went on the joyride, and they tried to roll the miles back. And remember, it was up on a stand. And that doesn't work. So they're trying to roll the miles back with the car speeding in reverse while jacked up, and then. Didn't Cameron hit the car and it knocked the jack and the car dropped and then smashes out the back down the cliff into the ravine?
Kicking the hood, yelling at his dad.
You know what also is just very, very, very strange?
What?
I cannot believe that Cameron, we're talking Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Dad, this is George Peterson. Well, we've had a bit of bad luck this morning, as you may have heard. Well, it's been a tough morning, and we've got a lot of family business to take care of, so if you wouldn't mind excusing Sloan, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. I'd be happy to. Yeah, you just produce a corpse, and I'll release Sloan. I want to see this dead grandmother firsthand.
It's all right, Grace. It's Ferris Bueller, a little twerp. I'm going to set a trap and let him fall right into it.
Ed, Ferris Bueller's on line 1. Ed.
Oh, man.
Oh, Ed. So that was Cameron doing the voice.
No, I think I owe you an apology, sir.
Well, I should say you do. Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake. A family member dies, and you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you, anyway? Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Wait a second, I can't run that.
I mean, you can, right?
Sir, you hit the nail right in the head.
Call me sir, God damn it.
Yes, sir.
That's better.
You should have bleeped the a-hole, Andrew. I just dumped that. Anyway, so that's Allan Ruck, who played Cameron, and this is mind-blowing. Do you know how old he is now?
So I saw that last night, and I was like, no way.
This is mind-blowing. How old Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off and also from Succession, even playing the part in Succession. I had no idea he was this old now.
If you would have asked me to guess his age, I would have been off by 10 years.
I gotta take a stand. I put up with everything. My old man pushes me around.
Curses in this.
I never say anything. But he's not the problem. I'm the problem. I gotta take a stand against him.
So here he's going into that whole speech. You can hear the Ferrari. You can hear the engine and the tires spinning in reverse. And then, he starts hitting the car.
Good. My father will come home. You see what I did. I can't hide this. He'll come home. He'll see what I did. He'll have to deal with me. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just tired of being afraid. I can't wait to see the look on the bastard's face.
Whoa! Was that audio from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or was that Cameron Allan Ruck driving through Raffalo's Pizza at Hollywood Boulevard in La Cienega?
So I found some online photos.
Was it La Brea or La Cienega? Wherever.
Found some pictures of their pizza, MJ. Just visually speaking, would you like to render a verdict?
Yeah, that's not a pie that I would gravitate to.
Whose restaurant is that? Mark Ruffalo's?
No, not Ruffalo. Raffalo.
Oh, Raffalo.
Yeah, Hollywood Boulevard in La Brea, not La Cienega.
That's way too heavy for MJ's taste.
I live right there. I mean, I live very close. I lived right near La Brea and Melrose. So, just a little down from La Brea.
Well, how old is he, like
45? No. I have to do the big reveal. This is what's just shocking. Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is now 67 years old. Are you kidding me?
I was going to guess 80.
No, you
How
weren't.
old is he?
No, you weren't.
How old?
67.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, it does. That's not reconciling.
How old is Matthew Broderick?
All right.
Can you look that up? Look up. I don't need reviews from the pizza shop that he ran into.
1 star.
There are a lot of runs. All right. So here's
food is horrible. The pizza
hold
tastes
on. Wait a sec. You're saying how old?
How old's Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick is 61.
Yeah, I would have put. Yeah, okay, I would have guessed like upper 50s for Allan Ruck.
And then Camera 67. So Fester brought up reviews of the pizza shop that he ran into.
Yeah,
Give me
Ruffalo's.
Give me the 1 star. This is from May 24th of this year. The food is horrible. The pizza tastes like cardboard. The cook needs to learn how to make a good pizza dough. The rigatoni with marinara sauce is no good. Tastes like sauce from a jar. Even the salad dressing tastes horrible.
Come on.
I used to be a big fan of this restaurant, but the quality of the food has gone down. The ingredients are definitely low quality. It was a waste of my money and got expensive, too. We spent over $100 for poor quality, expensive, tasteless pizza, pasta, and a house salad for 3 people. We'll never come here again. 1 star from some reviewer in L.A.
If you think that was cutting, read the first few lines from Queena C.
All right, Queena C from Arcadia, California, reviewing the pizza shop that Cameron drove his Rivian truck through. Watch out for this place. We stopped by to pick up 3 slices of pizza, and the waiter did not even tell us our subtotal until we saw it. As we put it on our credit card, it came out to $21 for 3 slices, which is more expensive than the whole damn pizza. How is that? Anyway, not very good reviews on this thing but Allan Ruck. How about that? All right, listen to this little sneaky story. Whew. And we spoke about dates a little earlier, a couple of things regarding dating and first questions. Listen to this shady little sneaky tactic. This woman is out on a date with her sugar daddy in Las Vegas, inside that new dome in Las Vegas where U2's playing.
The Sphere?
Yeah, thank you. The Sphere. So this Las Vegas woman has been arrested on grand larceny charges. Listen to this. File this in the back of your head. And I'm not going to suggest that who you date is going to do this, but listen, you got to file all kinds of life lessons and just have them at the ready. Woman in Vegas has been hit with grand larceny charges. She excused herself from her sugar daddy at a U2 concert inside the Sphere in Vegas, went back to the hotel room, opened his safe, and stole more than $50,000. So she's in the Sphere, excuses herself. Hey, got to run. I don't know if she gave him. I'll be right back in a little bit. Went back to the hotel and then obviously watched him, knew the combination to the safe, ripped the guy off for $50,000. How's that for a scheme? Haley McNally, 27, was arrested after she took off with the cash and casino chips belonging to a dude in his 50s. There you go. 50-something-year-old guy with a 27-year-old woman. Yep. Guess what? Guess where they met?
Some website that's for...
You got it.
Okay.
Bingo. They met on Seeking Arrangements.
Oh, I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah. I have heard of that.
It's similar to Edible Arrangements, but...
No, it's nothing like that. Well, maybe it is.
Listen, we've talked about this in the past. This secret, Seeking Arrangements. This has come up in the past on the show. It's a dating site. Oh, I know how it came up because we've talked about sugar daddies and sugar babies. We've taken calls on this over the last years. I think we even talked about this back during the original MJ Morning Show. That some of these sugar daddy, absolutely, it's coming back to me. I can see myself standing in the studio on Gandhi at our old station, and we've talked about this before.
We've talked about it here.
Yeah, and we've talked about it here. So Seeking Arrangements is a dating site that connects the sugar babies the women, the young women that are looking for stuff, they're looking for payout. They're looking to have their rent paid, cars paid for, cash, jewelry, clothing, shopping sprees. They're looking for the sugar daddy. So listen, you got to ask yourself, when you see like a, kind of a gross, grubby dude in his 50s or 60s with some hot young 19, 22, 24, 27-year-old, is that a seeking arrangements deal? The victim called police to the Caesars Palace Hotel and Casino to report the missing money. And they were able to piece this together. He said that he met the woman on the dating site 5 weeks earlier, became her sugar daddy. He arranged for McNally to spend the weekend with him at Caesars Palace in exchange for $2,500. Sounds like a hooker. Sex was discussed, but never happened, according to the police report. McNally met the victim back in October on that Friday night, and he handed her the cash, handed her the $2,500. They spent time together at the pool, went to dinner. The next morning, she joined the victim and friends again. After winning money gambling, she asked the victim if she could put her purse inside the safe in his hotel room. That's how she got the combination, right? He said yes, gave her the code, where his personal belongings, including $50,000 in cash, $7,000 in casino chips from Caesars. Later that night, the dude, the dupe, the victim, and the victim's friends, they went to U2 at the Sphere, that new crazy experience. McNally excused herself to go to the bathroom. Ooh, that was a long bathroom break.
He never was going to come back.
Went back to the hotel room at Caesars, knew the code, and ripped him off. $50,000 in cash, $7,000 in casino chips. McNally, after she was gone for more than 15 minutes, her sugar daddy texted her, said, "Hey, you okay?" Didn't respond. When she still wasn't back after nearly an hour, the victim called Caesars Palace and asked that his hotel room be placed on lockdown. Up. Too late.
Yeah.
Too late. When he returned, discovered that the safe was empty, totally cleaned out, like $57,000 gone. Yeah, McNally was captured on hotel surveillance footage entering the floor of the victim's hotel about 9:30 p.m., half an hour after she claimed that she was leaving the concert to go to the restroom. So she left the concert, bolted right back to Caesars Palace. Minutes later, she was seen again in footage entering the elevator with multiple bags, so she grabbed all her stuff. The reported sugar baby was then taken into custody 4 days later, told investigators that the victim had acted sexually aggressive and was touching her inappropriately during the concert, so she decided to leave.
And steal all of his money.
Yeah, $57,000. She told the cops she only grabbed her belongings and the casino chips from the safe, and she decided to leave after feeling uncomfortable. Anyway, cops were able to recover $11,700 in cash. So where's the remaining, $38,000 or so? And then they were able to get back $5,200 in casino chips. During a search of her apartment. Anyway, she was charged with grand larceny of more than $25,000, residential burglary, both felonies. Listen, she's going to seeking arrangements. Yeah, seeking arrangements in the Clark County jail out in Vegas.
That's an expensive date.
Yeah. How about that? Hey, speaking of hotels, this is interesting. And I've heard this complaint. We've noticed this. Now, if you've traveled, do you notice that daily maid service is the exception these days rather than the rule? So the whole hotel industry, and they kind of use COVID as a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything has changed. Have you seen what's going on with hotel rates? Hotel rates are going through the roof. You know, hotel rooms that used to cost you like $259, $270. These are like $500 rooms now in some places. You know, when we go to New York now, it's crazy. You know, just the last couple of years, post-COVID, hotel rates have gotten crazy. Hotel rooms are not as clean, and that's one of the complaints. People are complaining about dirty hotel rooms. And I've got two items here because plenty of our listeners travel. Listen to this. A worker who's been cleaning a five-star hotel for 14 years says that guests are so angry about how dirty their rooms have gotten that they throw things at her and yell and shout at her. So this is a housekeeper.
I mean, you don't take it out on the housekeeper. It's management's policy, right?
Yeah, Shoshito Mendez, a housekeeper who's worked at MGM in Las Vegas for 14 years. She says the rooms aren't cleaned every day, and every day we see guests who are super annoyed. They're angry. They insult us. She did an interview with Fortune magazine. Sometimes we don't want to go into the rooms because the guests are so mad. So you've got a reduction in housekeeping staff, and they're not cleaning hotel rooms the way they used to. Michelle and I have noticed this. We've been to many hotel room stays over the last couple of years. And, they also try to wiggle out of daily service in many cases. They're like, would you want daily service or not? And they try to even talk you out of daily service. So that's number one. Listen to this. And this is a companion to what I'm talking about. There is a business traveler that will go on business, and he will go to a hotel and stay for sometimes 3 or 4 consecutive nights.
Yeah, sure. You're in town for a few days, right?
Guess what this guy does? Guess what his hack is?
He brings a vacuum with him.
No. No.
That'd be handy, though, huh? One of those little dirt devils?
Incorrect.
Little dustbuster?
No. He checks out every night, he checks out and then checks back into a fresh room.
Yeah, that's a
pain in the ass.
That's a silly solution to me, because then you have that gap when you're checking out at 11. You got to check.
No, he takes his stuff with him. So when he's in town on business, he has learned to pack in just easy carry-on stuff. He leaves this dude. Listen, I'll tell you the guy's name. The guy's name is Abhishek Singh. Abhishek Singh, who travels often for his job as a tech analyst, he says that the first time he recalled that housekeeping was now optional at hotels in the spring of 2022, he returned to his room at a Seattle conference at 9:30 p.m. after 12 hours on his feet and found his bed unmade, his towels all strewn around where he had left them. Called the front desk to learn that the hotel, a Marriott, didn't offer daily housekeeping.
Okay, I got a question for you. I see what Ab's trying to do, but isn't part of the thing when you travel, especially if you're going to be there like 3 nights, don't you kind of enjoy taking your stuff out of your suitcase and putting it in the proper places around the room?
I never do that. Hold on. When you're staying at a hotel, you take your stuff out of the suitcase and put it in the drawers?
If it's a 3 night or longer, yes, I do.
No.
My stuff stays in the bag.
If it's 2 nights, I don't.
My stuff stays in the bag on the metal luggage holder in case the place is crawling with bed bugs.
Yeah, I mean,
I put mine on the toilet seat,
or in the bathtub. That's another thing to
I put mine on the bathroom floor and use it as I get out of the shower.
All right, so this dude. He says he feels slighted. He says this is deceptive behavior. Hotels that charge between $200 and $500 a night. He said he also recalls staying at an $800 a night property in New York, which is very easy to do these days. We were just up in New York for Parents' Weekend at NYU. Michelle and I, we stayed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. $550 a night. And trust me, this was nothing fancy. This was a 3-star. I don't even think it was a 4-star. We just wanted something kind of close, but there was not much cheaper. So over $500 a night for a hotel room that might have been even a little smaller than this little studio that we're in right now.
That's crazy.
That is insane. So this guy's hack is when he goes on these trips, he's got his little carry bag, his little wheelie. He checks out every day and then checks back in to an all-new, fresh hotel room every night. So I don't think it's that much of a pain in the neck. I keep my stuff in my suitcase. All my toiletries are in my little Peak Design DOP kit.
Yeah, but then you got to carry your bag with you all day. Take it
Right.
to the office, leave it. I mean, it sounds
Did an early check-in on the new room.
sounds a little pain in the
Yep,
ass.
you just you take it with you, and boom, that's this guy's hack to get a clean room. Hey, folks, I want to take a moment to say goodbye. 8:45 here on the MJ Morning Show. I just want to take just a minute here to say goodbye, to bid you all farewell.
Adieu?
To bid you adieu. Now, many of you know that I am in contract negotiations. My contract here expires at the end of the year. Technically expires on December 31st. But if we don't come to an agreement, I wouldn't expect to work through the end of the contract, because generally, if you don't come up with an agreement, they show you the door. They tell you to pack up your stuff. Hey, thanks for your work. When you separate, and you have a contract, in radio, they don't let you really work out your remaining contract, which mine is, 11:59 and 59 seconds PM, December 31st. So we're sort of entering negotiations to extend my contract because it's over. It's done. And the reason why I'm saying goodbye is if things don't go well, I probably won't have a show to say goodbye. They would, they just kind of cut you off and they don't let you back on the mic. So if things don't work out well, I'm going to just start saying goodbye, over the next couple of weeks. I'm just
That's not weird at all.
Yeah.
Is this a negotiation tactic?
Well, no.
All right.
Just in case I don't say goodbye, and thank you for listening for these years. Just in case I don't get a chance to say, I'm just saying goodbye.
Okay, well, I'm going to start saying goodbye at the end of every break as well, because what if, or the end of every show, because what if I get in a car accident and I don't return the
That's
next
right.
day?
That's morbid.
No, as morbid as this.
That's much more morbid than what I just did.
Have a great
Mine
day,
wasn't
everybody.
morbid.
Hope Roxanne doesn't get into a car accident. Otherwise, Roxanne, you want to say goodbye now?
Do we have to?
Just in case I don't make it back
all right.
alive tomorrow.
Hey, guess what? There's a game coming, and I'm excited. It looks like it's finally going to happen. There's a game coming, and I am excited. I love to play this game. I clearly do not have a problem because I haven't played it in quite a while. But
I know you're going to do.
Something is a coming.
I don't even know what it is, but I know what it is by the way you're teasing this up.
We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. Also, the 9:10 must-hear story of the day is coming up in just a bit. It is the must-hear story. Every morning around 9:10, I whip out the must-hear story, and that is on the way momentarily here on the MJ Morning Show. And there's a lot of stuff. Oh, I got a couple of cell phone stories. If you're a guy, got a cell phone, got to hear this. If you're a woman, as well as a guy, you have a cell phone, you got to hear this. So all of that is next in a loaded... Listen, I might not even be back after this commercial break. Who knows? All right. Oh, there's Ron outside. No, I'm kidding. All right, 8:48 at the MJ Morning Show. A quick break. We got another long chunk. Great content next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey. MJ Morning Show on Q105. I want to thank a listener that sent me this. This is from, let's see. Did I throw the little tag away? Yeah, I guess I threw the gift tag. Wait a minute. Where is it at? Maybe it's...
What is it? What'd you get?
Hold on, you can't tell what it is? It's the button you push. It's the screaming goat button. What do you?
I thought you were playing the sound effect.
I got a new microwave oven.
I thought you were playing the audio of that guy who saw the jet plane from a month ago.
Now this is I'm holding this up to MJ TV right now, folks. If you don't know, you can watch the entire show on video.
That thing's loud as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's remember what was the easy button? Remember I think they started it all. What was it? Staples or
that was easy.
Yeah, the old easy button. It's like one of these little desktop buttons, and it's got the screaming goat on it. That sounds like a real human being. Yeah, I have the Amazon gift tag here, and I took the wrong one out. I took the actual send a thank you note one out. Hang on a minute. What did I do?
All right.
I want to appropriately. Hang on a minute.
You're doing nothing appropriately.
Fester.
Will
you let him think the person?
Let's take more time.
I feel bad. I can't find the ticket now, but whoever sent me the screaming goat.
So annoying.
I do appreciate it. Hey, my game is a-coming. I'm excited about this.
Pickleball?
No.
No.
What's your game?
Oh, come on. Roxanne, do you know what my game is?
Yes, I forgot which one it is, but is it coming to the Hard Rock or something?
It is.
What is it? Is it roulette?
No.
What is it?
Blackjack.
No, they have blackjack there.
They already have blackjack.
Red Jack.
MJ is a...
Red Jack.
Craps.
Yeah,
Black Jill.
Yeah.
MJ's game is what he's full of. Craps.
Fester.
Yeah, I'm a dice dude, and so huge news. It's coming. So as soon as we knew that the sports book was approved for the Seminole tribe, as soon as the sports book opened up, that also opened up the additional table games like craps and roulette, and we're like a month away. They're coming quickly here, folks. Did they like have like the roulette wheels and the craps tables like in a back room in storage? Just wait. Have they had these things ordered and down at the Hard Rock in Hollywood and the Hard Rock Seminole, right off of I-4 here in Tampa? Have they had like the equipment, the craps tables and the roulette wheels? Have they had them like ready and just sitting like in a storage garage waiting for this to happen?
Probably. I mean, all that they do is wheel it out, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I wish they could get the old, huge, long tables from the old Barbary Coast on the Vegas Strip, man.
Never been, man.
Barbary Coast. That's I had a lot of fun in Barbary Coast over the years. So the Seminole Hard Rock Tribe, or the Seminole Casino, the Seminole Tribe, the Hard Rock casinos will get these additional table games. Starting, let's see, as early as December 7th. So I have the details here because I think Hollywood is going to get it. Hollywood's going to get it one day before Tampa. So Tampa gets it the following day.
Okay.
Yep. So as of December 7th, Florida will be the largest state with sports betting in the country. And, of course, with that comes the table games. So the expansion, the reason why the Seminole Tribe and the Seminole Hard Rock casinos, the reason why is last week the U.S. Supreme Court decided to reject an attempt to block the tribe's compact with the state. So you had folks that were trying to challenge, saying that the Seminole Tribe and the Hard Rock, they thought it was unfair that only they would be able to be in the sportsbook business.
Okay.
So anyway, the Supreme Court, they ruled and they rejected the attempt to block the deal that the Seminole Tribe made with the state of Florida. So with that, it now opens up. So Supreme Court was as high as it was going to go. So the fact that the Supreme Court rejected to block it, that means that the sports books can open up. So Florida now will be the largest state in the country with legal sports book. And with that, it was just the same legality that prevented certain table games like roulette and craps. And with the sports book, then they usher in the craps, and there we go. And I'm a dice dude. I love it. I can't wait. Listen, I'll probably end up, once a month.
Once a month? No, you're not. You're not going to go down to the Hard Rock once a month.
You're going to be a gambling addict.
No, I'm
You're not going to go from zero to
Craig
degenerate.
Carton?
You think what? You think I'm going to be there like every night?
No, but I think maybe twice a year.
No,
You're going to turn into that radio guy who stayed up all night until 4 in the morning and then came in and did the show.
It's the MJ Morning Show. I mean, they're throwing dice all night.
Gosh, I hope Julian's on scholarship because you were going to just gamble away all your savings.
But also, listen, the beauty is that, Council Oak is an amazing steakhouse.
It is.
So Council Oak, they do a killer job. Great steaks at Council Oak. And then now I can go hit the craps tables after a great tomahawk.
Yeah, not once a month.
By the way, that wasn't an Indian reference with the tom. They actually have the tomahawk steak. Yeah, that wasn't like a slur or anything. So, no, I'm excited. In a statement, Governor Ron DeSantis said the tribe's new initiative will create jobs, increase tourism, provide billions in additional revenue. So what do we, the people of Florida, get out of this deal? Well, the agreement with the state and the tribe will pay a minimum of $2.5 billion to the state over the first 5 years, and then they're saying in subsequent years the number is going to be billions and billions more. So the state is getting a cut of this action, and hopefully the state will put that money to very good use to help we, the people, the citizens of the state of Florida. So craps and roulette and the in-person sports betting, it will start December 8th at the Tampa Hard Rock. It'll start at the Seminole Casinos in South Florida the day prior, so December 7th, a day that will live in. So the Hard Rock says that the new gaming options, they'll have big celebrations for all this, and I'm excited because craps is my game. And what have I said? I'm waiting for craps to hit the Hard Rock, and we're just a little over a month away, and boom.
The craps has hit the fan.
Yes, it has. Hey, so earlier today, we spoke about Britney Spears, and her memoir has already exceeded 1 million copies sold in just a week. So Tuesday of this week was a week. 2 days ago, Britney Spears' book out for a week, over 1 million copies sold in the first week, according to all the scans and all the data in.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. In the first week, 1 million copies. Yes.
Well, what does Prince William's book do?
It's good. You can look that up if you want. I don't have
care
that.
much about that Brit.
Why would you think I would have that at my fingertips?
Yeah,
I don't have it.
You're smart, aren't you? That's what you got at your fingertips.
So that's what I got right here. But the other Britney Spears, the reason why I'm reiterating the fact that the sales on her memoir, the Britney Spears book, are so enormous. What The Woman in Me is because there's a mental health professional that has predicted that Britney would sink into a dangerous mental meltdown after the memoir was released. And I don't think there's any indication of that.
I think that it would make her feel so vulnerable. Maybe that's why they said that.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Let's give it a little time before she.
I don't think the book would cause that. I think that she's on the precipice. I think she's just on the edge. I think that she has issues, and I feel very bad for Britney Spears. I like Britney Spears. I do not dislike her. I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't dislike Britney Spears. I wish her nothing but the best, and I hope she can get through her mental challenges. But I don't think that there's an inherent meltdown coming after the release of the memoir.
So,
in fact, I saw something, Fester. I saw something that she's looking to parlay the book into a new TV series or a TV show of some sort.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Britney has sold 1.1 million copies in all the different formats out there. Prince Harry, Froggy, to your question, in the same time frame, has sold 1.6 million. So Harry's book at this same time sold 500,000 copies
More.
more
All right,
than
That's
Brits.
right, because I'm better.
So Harry has a bigger number. All right, I got to get to the cell phones in just a matter of moments. I got 2 cell phone stories. One that directly affects men, and then the other item, it directly affects both sexes.
Is it men and their junk?
Well, hang on. Well, Roxanne, you can talk about men's junk in just a matter of minutes.
Okay,
Stand
great.
by. First, though, it is 9:10. I am like right on time. That is a. Hey, Andrew, I saw that Ron, our general manager, came in, and I saw he spoke to you. Is there anything I need to know about what he said?
He told me to let you know that they have a hotel to sponsor your goodbyes.
They do. So Ron, our general manager, popped in. He popped into the producer's booth where Andrew is. So Ron's our GM. And listen, I've gotten along great with Ron. Ron's been a great general manager so far. I've got no complaints until negotiations start, I'm sure. So Andrew, no, really, what did he say? Did he really say that?
That's exactly what he told me to tell you.
So they have a hotel to spot. Oh, is he talking about the dirty hotel rooms we were talking about?
He's tying in our 2 segments into one.
Yeah.
That Ron.
A hotel will sponsor my goodbyes.
So he's calling your bluff.
He is incorrigible.
Man. So I guess he was listening on the way into the office today.
Yeah, your plan worked.
All right. There's no plan.
I mean, never mind.
How many radio guys have never gotten a chance to say goodbye to the audience?
Well, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Everybody knows that.
I mean, that's the way to.
And I'll take
Boom, 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 ba.
with me the memories.
All right, well, now I'm late with the 910 must-hear story of the day. And Froggy, this is actually kind of directed to you.
Great. I wonder why.
Well, what do you think it's about?
I don't know. I'm sure being lazy or weed or
No, it has nothing to
being
do with
super hot.
No,
Saying the word wiener.
nothing to do with lazy.
Anything with just.
It had nothing to do with weed or juice.
Doo-doo.
Okay, good.
All right.
I'm glad. It's refreshing.
These are the worst drinks for your health, according to experts.
I hope my 5 hours aren't
You know,
there.
my son Julian, what's today? My son Julian, he knows it. My Julian does not touch this stuff. Now Chloe was kind of banging him, right? And then I think we got her to stop. And then I think I heard from Julian that she might be back again.
Yeah, because she's got 78 degrees to
I
work
know.
on.
She's got 3 degrees.
What do you expect? She has no time to sleep.
She will graduate with an English degree, a history degree, and international relations degree in just over a month from the University of New Hampshire. And that includes a year at St. Andrews in Scotland and playing soccer all of her years in college.
She told me she wants to do installs for me.
Yeah.
That's what she wants to
Well,
do for a living.
here's the deal. According to experts, the worst drinks for your health are energy drinks and pre-workout drinks.
I don't know what a pre-workout drink is. What's that? Gives you electrolytes or something?
Kylie Ivanier, a New York-based registered dietitian, runs her own private practice called Within Nutrition, said pre-workout drinks and energy drinks can lead to increased blood pressure, stress, compromised sleep. And the bottom line, Froggy, you and your Monster Energies or whatever.
I have not taken much energies. I'm only down to 5-hour energy every 5 hours.
So Froggy would be like just pouring those 5-hour energy. I remember that this is during our time at the old radio station, that 5-hour energy.
That was a 5-hour energy bender I went on.
Oh, listen, 5-hour energy. They did some promotion with the radio station or with the morning show, and I've never had a 5-hour energy in my life.
But a company like 5-hour Energy, for them to send 5 cases of something is nothing to them.
Right.
It's a ton of product.
Right. So they sent 5 massive boxes. Like, the display boxes with 30, 36 bottles in each whatever
Each case had like 40 of those boxes in it.
Yeah, they sent 5 massive boxes with all of these 5-hour energies.
Yeah.
And they were put in my office. I had my own little private office at the old place. And
I didn't sleep that month.
I left a month, like 3 months. I left the door. I left the door open to my office all the time. unbeknownst to me, Froggy was sneaking in there and stealing. Hey, Meredith.
I used to break in
Hold
your
on.
office.
Hey, Mary.
Meredith. Meredith is walking by. Meredith,
Hey, Mary, come here.
Hi.
Meredith used to be part of the old MJ Morning Show.
outside.
Hey, do you remember when 5 Hour Energy did the promotion with the MJ Morning Show?
Yes,
And
I
there
was
were-
super hyper.
Yeah, there were 5.
She was stealing too.
There were 5.
Absolutely.
There were 5 massive cases in my office. And,
Yeah.
and Froggy was sneaking. Froggy stole the entire inventory.
You did. You stole all of them.
Well,
That's where they went. Is that how you got those stones?
Every hey, move over to Festus so we can get you on MJTV.
That mic sounds like duty.
Yeah.
It sounds like I sound like doo-doo?
No, the mic.
No,
He
that-
just likes to say
It's the
doo-doo.
mic. It's not me.
Yeah, that
I swear,
mic.
I promise.
That mic doesn't sound like all the other mics. But Froggy went through.
I had about 75,000 of hours of 5 hour.
We needed that at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's early in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you have another endorsement? Can I have one right now?
Yeah, do we have an energy drink endorsement
No,
for
there's-
Meredith now?
Yeah, that'd be great.
No, it was. I didn't do an endorsement. It was just there was some promotion that tied in, and they sent 5 massive. It was like thousands of bottles of 5, and Froggy drank every single one of them. I think you downed a few of them too.
I definitely did. And
Yeah.
then I know I saw the interns were stealing some at that point as well.
Those bastards. I wonder why they went so quick.
They're good with vodka.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that.
Oh, don't geez. It's like a Red Bull vodka. Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
so crazy.
Thank you, Mayor Merritt.
All right,
Great
bye.
to have
Love
you.
you.
Yeah.
I bid you adieu.
Meredith from the MJ Morning Show from years gone by. Anyway, so energy drinks, pre-workout drinks, don't mess with them. Also, sweet alcoholic drinks. Combination of the alcohol and the fructose syrup, which are found in a lot of cocktails, not good for your liver. Traditional sodas. Listen, if you want to
Yeah,
have
nothing's good for your soda. Guess what? John Daly has been drinking Coca-Cola for 30 years.
Yeah, and
He's
washing-
never had a water.
He washes them down with cigarettes.
Well, listen, Warren Buffett, I think, drinks 5 Cokes a day, and the dude is, 95? How old is Warren Buffett?
Yeah, I mean,
one of the
give me a
richest
break.
guys on the planet.
I think he's a Diet Coke guy.
I don't know. I thought it was regular
He's
Coke.
93.
Yeah, 93 years old, and Warren Buffett, I think I read, drinks 5 Cokes a day, and he's worth 100.
Yes, he drinks 5 Cokes a day.
Yeah.
He also has McDonald's for breakfast, and he devours cookies and ice cream.
But
that's
it's not,
living.
It's not supposed to do that because it's going to cut your life short. So 93. Iced tea. You know, if you want to drink regular iced tea, unsweetened iced tea, or green tea. I mean, there are a lot of benefits to tea. But when you dump a 5-pound bag of sugar, like my wife Michelle is a sweet tea fiend. She loves because Michelle's a Southern girl. You know, she was born in Virginia Beach.
I don't really like sweet
her
tea.
grandparents were like from North Carolina, down around Currituck area or Elizabeth City area. And so Michelle was like raised on sweet tea. You realize that in sweet tea, there's actually more sugar than water.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's how it's so good.
So, stay away from the heavy sweetened drinks. Also, drinks sweetened with agave nectar, not good for you. Anyway, there's a whole list of these things here. Oh, and then I'm skipping around a little bit, but the Frappuccinos. Have you ever seen the amount of sugar? Like if you go to Starbucks and you order one of their Crappa Lappa Ding Dongs, do you know how much sugar in? Listen, and it goes for Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks. Those drinks, those like sweetened drinks, coffee drinks, chocolate. The amount of sugar in those things are insane.
Going back to when I worked at Bay News 9, and I would drive every morning around 9 o'clock. That's when I listened to you guys, and I just listened to the last hour. And I would get my Frappuccino, my pumpkin, whatever from Starbucks. And I kid you not, I was 10 pounds heavier. I had one of those every single day.
Yeah.
A big Frappuccino drink, and then I had candy. I went and raided the candy jar at my...
So you were having candy on top of candy?
Yes, later in the day, my afternoon crash, because I'd crash so bad from it, and then I'd have to go by Ed Bacher's desk and eat all of his candy. And
that Ed
Who
Bacher.
the hell's Ed?
I worked with Ed.
Bacher. I don't know who's Ed
Did he have
Bacher.
bonkers?
Candy.
He
guy.
had good candy, and I would just
Listen,
power through them.
I'll tell you right now,
I was 10 pounds heavier.
You're better off eating a Nestle Crunch bar or a Hershey bar or whatever than drinking those frozen Frappuccino deals. Much better. Let me call Chloe quickly. Let me see if Chloe's available. Because I just want to make sure she's not back on these energy drinks. She's listening live. She might not even pick up.
Hello.
Hey, Chloe, it's Dad live. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Are you awake?
Yep.
Excellent. Are you in your dorm or class? Where are you?
I'm at a friend's house.
Okay.
Oh, and who is this friend?
What's his name?
What?
Stop.
We stop.
Your friend. What's his name?
Stop badgering my daughter. I got to badger her on the drinks. Hey, Chloe.
Yep.
First of all, how does it feel? You're just a little over a month from graduating college after playing D1 soccer and then for a whole year playing on the top women's team at St. Andrews in Scotland. How does it feel that in 3.5 years you're going to graduate with a triple major?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
No, she sounds real excited about it.
Yeah. Good.
Sound thrilled. Hey, are you listening this morning or you catch us on the podcast later?
No, I'll catch you on the podcast later.
Oh, whatever.
All right. Are you drinking the energy drinks again?
No.
That's a lie.
Why was there a hesitation? Why was there like this tentative no?
Well, it was partially me thinking of what you meant by energy drinks. So I had to think of like what I used to drink. But then sometimes I'll have like, I don't drink energy drinks now during the day. If anything, I'll have a coffee. But at nighttime, it's maybe vodka Red Bull.
All right. Oh, God. That's great.
It's a drink you said is bad for you.
I posted this cute picture of Chloe at 3 years old as Alice in Wonderland. Halloween, what would that would have been Halloween 2004. Chloe was 3 years old, and she's adorable in her little Alice in Wonderland outfit with a little, candy bucket. We're going trick-or-treating door to door. And now I've got her on the phone. She's 22, and she's talking about vodka and Red Bulls. That's great.
A delinquent, man.
Anyway, listen, we just did a story about how bad these energy drinks are for you, and we quoted a nutritionist, and that's like the number one thing is to stay away from the energy drinks. I know that you were drinking energy drinks for a while, and I think Julian, who is the sensible son, Julian, I think, talked some sense into you to get you to back off, and I just wanted to make sure. I might have caught some intel that you were drinking some of these energy drinks again.
From Froggy?
What? No, I'm not going to give away my sources. How would I know? I just want to make sure the energy drinks, Chloe, are not good for you.
Okay.
Chloe, you know what? Pop a 5-hour energy if you want.
No, don't.
Let's wake up a little bit, Chloe. We're on the radio.
Don't do that either. All right.
Okay.
So is my intel bad? You're not chugging energy drinks again?
Yeah, no. Whoever told you that is a fat liar.
Okay. Well, that's the Chloe I know right
Chloe,
there.
yes. Chloe,
Right.
do not talk about your brother like that.
All right. All right, Chloe, you have class soon or what?
No class today.
Oh, so what are you doing today?
I am going to be working all day.
Are you working on finishing your final semester strong to get the best GPA possible to potentially propel you into law school?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what do you think about the teaching English abroad thing? Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that opportunity.
I think we can mention it quickly, right?
You're going to teach English to some broads?
No. One of the things that Chloe's looking at potentially is taking a year off before law school and teaching English in Japan. There are tons of job openings for like Americans to teach English to Japanese kids.
That's
Yeah.
what I should do.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like coming to, or it's like
Chloe, hook me up with that. That's great.
Hey, Chloe,
Good Morning Vietnam.
We'll go over together. It'd be great. I'll teach him how to curse.
I gotta run.
Teach him sarcasm.
Chloe, be good. I'll talk to you soon.
And you don't have to speak Japanese to do
No
that.
energy drinks, okay?
Oh.
Alrighty.
No Red Bulls and vodka.
Live your life.
Goodbye. All right, Chloe. I can't believe she's 22 years old. All right, quick break. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Final chunk. Roxanne, hold it. Whatever you're going to say, can you hold it?
Okay.
All right. Is it related to this?
I want to hear the phone stories.
Well, that's first up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keeping you on task.
Yeah. The first items when we get back. I've got 2 phone stories, one specifically for men and one for both sexes. You got to hear them. I promise. First up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. One of our newer sponsors here on the show is It is 9:30 exactly at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew and the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. So Roxanne could barely keep her clothes on with the upcoming cell phone stories, and she's not even back in the studio. So I'm just going to do them anyway.
Let's go. Let's do them.
Two cell phone stories of major importance. First is male fertility. And I think we already knew this, or I think we were aware of this, but there's more research, more studies that men that keep cell phones in their lap or men that have cell phones in their front pocket, there appears to be
a link.
Increase. What do you say?
A link.
Yeah, there appears to be increasing linkage or research to show that the cell phones are killing the boys.
Linkage to shrinkage of sperm.
Yeah, there you go. So the more men use cell phones, and it's not just like in your pocket, but I guess the research is showing even having it just up to your face
affects everything down there.
That's enough. That's enough proximity that if you like measure from like your ear and your mouth down to your crotch area for the guys, where the production of the little swimmy things where that occurs, it's not that far away.
A couple of feet away. It's not that close either.
Yeah, but men that use their cell phones more, there is now a distinct correlation between that and a lower concentration of sperm, according to a brand new study, which is being called alarming. I'm talking about alarming. It's alarming. Very alarming.
Yeah.
So you've got, your pituitary gland in your brain. You've got your hypothalamus. That has to do with, your system that might produce sperm. So you just want,
I think the production is pretty specific of where that happens.
No. But I'm talking about the signals in your brain that are sent to make your body produce that. We know where it's produced.
Yeah, but I think it's more like the area down there. I don't know if it's brain that's affecting that.
Oh, yes, it absolutely is.
Well, hang on. Here's the science on this. Published in the journal Fertility. What are you laughing at?
Because there's only one doctor in this room. That's Dr. Wilder. What do you know about this stuff?
That's right.
I just know I want to hear more hot male production talk.
Published in the journal Fertility and Sterility.
That's a journal?
That's a journal.
That's like this and that. It's like both ends.
Yeah, I love journals that rhyme.
Yes.
All my medical journals need to rhyme.
Do you think I can
Fertility and Sterility.
I want to be on the cover of that journal.
Yeah. New report reveals that men who regularly use their cell phone to make calls, check email, or any activity requiring a mobile connection, like data, just surfing.
So that's all men, right?
This is men. Have over a 20% lower concentration of sperm than men that do not. So
who are the men who don't?
Yeah, exactly. Who are the men that don't? Oh, yeah, I don't use cell phones. Nope. I'm a landline guy.
Call the show now from your landline.
I got to make a call. I dig in, get a quarter, make a call from my payphone. Yeah, I don't use cell phones. I'm a landline or payphone guy only.
I mean, there's no shortage of kids being born.
Or prison phones.
Yes, exactly. And I guess you don't check your email on your phone, or is it just on your computer? I mean, does your computer do the same thing? Probably so.
Research has repeatedly shown that semen quality has decreased over the past 50 years, which experts have attributed to a combination of environmental and lifestyle changes. But the role of mobile phones is still ultimately to be completely determined, but there are plenty of indicators that It's messing up the boys. The use of mobile phones has increased substantially in recent decades, and there is a growing concern about the possible detrimental effects of radio frequency electromagnetic fields, or RF EMFs. Oh, EMF. that are emitted by these devices. Hey, give me some EMF, would you please? Give me some electromagnetic field. Give me some EMF, would you please, Andrew? Go! There we go. This group is called EMF. Yeah, I don't know if it stands for electromagnetic fields. But it is a good song, though. That's enough. All right, so to test the validity of the concerns, researchers at the University of Geneva collected data, collaborated with the Swiss Tropical and Public Health Institute to collect data and semen samples from 2,886 men aged 18 to 22. So this is where, like, production that's a good age range where, younger guys, you'd think production would be better. And they've determined the volunteers submitted to a questionnaire, mobile phone use. Those who picked up their device more than 20 times a day were found to have a 21% lower concentration of sperm compared to those that did not use their phone more than once a week.
Wow.
Again, what 18 to 21-year-old guy is using their phone once a week? What is that?
So EMF stands for Epsom Mad Funkers.
Oh, that's the band?
It was a fan club of another band, and they shortened it up.
Epsom, like Epsom salt?
Yeah.
Epsom Mad Funkers, EMF.
Not electromagnetic field. Anyway, still funny.
All right. The other thing, and there's more details regarding 2G to 3G. Oh, but the trend corresponds. The study authors have this is actually important. The study authors noted that the relationship between cell phone use and sperm characteristics has more than a pronounced result during the survey between 05 and 07, and it's gradually decreased. Now, the deal is the trend corresponds to the transition from 2G to 3G, then to 3G to 4G, that has led to a reduction in transmitting power. The paper explains the newer, more efficient generations of mobile phones have RF EMF output that is hundreds of times lower than 2G. So I guess the worst of the reduction was with the older cells. So it still has an effect, but the newer generations of 3G to 4G and then 4G to 5G, that might have reduced the problem a little bit, but it still exists according to the research.
Hey, MJ, the pituitary gland is what has to do with sperm production.
No, I'm saying that it's
in your face.
She has a point.
It's not in my face.
She has a point.
The pituitary gland has virtually everything to do with your entire body.
Yes.
When your pituitary gland goes bonkers, that's what turns guys into like 7'11" tall if you have a pituitary gland problem.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. The other cell phone issue, and this affects both sexes, is sexual activity or your sex life being destroyed by the cell phone. And this clearly is problematic, that people just can't leave their cell phones alone. You can't just have like intimate moments. I mean, we've talked about this.
How quickly after sex do you guys grab your phones?
I mean, after the second cigarette.
Well, why don't you tell us, Roxanne?
What am I going to watch the porn on?
Why don't you tell us? No, but seriously, this is a major problem, and phone addictions are ruining the sex lives of many, many people. Listen, we're all addicted to these stupid devices. I'll be the first to admit it. Try to get through a meal without picking up your phone. Try to be at dinner without, maybe those locked bags like at the Dave Chappelle concert at the Maybe I need to get a locked bag for when I go to dinner and I have my own locked bag. Or maybe I just need to leave but the problem is, you got to be available in the, the event of an emergency.
What's the emergency? The house is burning down?
What happened in
I
the
don't
90s
know.
and the 80s?
Maybe, I get a call from a neighbor. The Klan is burning a cross in my front yard or something. I don't know. I'm having a steak at Burns and, what do you say, Froggy?
Jesus, that was extreme.
You're having a steak at Burns, or there's a steak in your front yard? It's burning.
Who the hell knows? I got to be accessible. No, but listen, the bottom line is,
You put it that way.
the bottom line is that phones are screwing up relationships and sex lives because people are addicted to their phones and it's ruining folks' sex lives.
Doing a lot of things.
We're addicted. It's like social media. We can't stop scrolling, and listen, I'll admit I'm a victim as well. I'm victimized.
Victimize yourself.
I'm victimized.
I try to put my phone, you guys will find this shocking, but I try to put my phone away from 6 till I go to bed. I try to hide it in one of my drawers, right? But the problem is I'll be cooking and I'll be like, oh, I need to go see what to do with this recipe. I'll have to go grab it. Or my kid will ask me a question. I won't have the answer. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have my phone. And they're like, Mom, just go get your phone. Just Google it. So we need them.
Just be conscious and put the phone away immediately before you're intimate or in the middle, which is the worst, or immediately after. Just maybe think twice before you grab your phone. It just might make the relationship a little better. And of course, for great relationship advice, you come to me, MJ.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I've got a couple of kind of post-Halloween items here. Man, this is awful. Listen to this. This is a coworker from hell. Hang on, I can juice that up a little bit. Coworker from hell. This is, south of the Tampa Bay area. This is down in Port Charlotte. Listen how bad this is. A Port Charlotte dude's been arrested on Halloween, used his coworker's credit card to buy a bunch of items, including a pumpkin. This is crazy. And the carved pumpkin, which he bought with a stolen credit card from his coworker, was on his front porch of his house when the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office showed up to arrest the son of a... Deputies discovered that 39-year-old Edward Atwood used his coworker's credit card. Last Saturday, a woman dropped her wallet at a Chili's restaurant in Port Charlotte where she works.
I want my wallet, bag wallet.
I dropped it at Chili's.
My baby bag wallet. So this woman works at Chili's. Her coworker also obviously works at Chili's. On Saturday, she drops the wallet, couldn't find it. According to deputies, she claimed that she checked her bank statement and found several charges made after she lost the wallet. Detectives down in Charlotte County verified the times of the unauthorized purchases, got security footage from the places where the purchases were made, and they show this dude, this Edward Atwood, wearing his Chili's baseball hat and using the woman's credit card. This guy was nailed. They had him dead to rights. And in one case, they caught him on video buying a pumpkin. He bought a case of beer. Detectives arrived at the guy's home, found the pumpkin carved at the front door that he bought with the coworker's stolen credit card.
Does it go in the evidence locker now? That thing's going to rot before the trial.
The woman who answered the door, I'm sure they took pictures, told deputies the pumpkin was purchased on Saturday. Once Atwood arrived at home, deputies found the victim's credit cards and driver's license and other cards in the wallet in his house. The pumpkin was also collected as evidence. So they took the pumpkin. Oh, man. All jokes aside, it is sad that an individual would do this to anyone, but especially someone they work with, according to Sheriff Bill Prummel. who I guess is Charlotte County Sheriff. I guess I just have a higher expectation for coworkers because we treat each other like family. Not everyone has that kind of relationship with others at work, but hopefully they don't have people like this either. So deputies arrested Atwood, took him to the county jail. He did bond out. I mean, that sucks. I mean, I dropped my wallet here at the Beasley Media Group.
Dude, I'm getting face tattoos.
And that Jennifer, for instance, from Webb,
Yes.
she steals my wallet.
Yes.
She steals my, and then goes on a spending spree. Yes. That would be awful, you know?
Jen would take your wallet and just go crazy with it.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy who found a coworker's wallet and bought beer and a pumpkin for Halloween.
Yeah, and
That was it.
beer.
See you, kid.
Anyway.
I love her.
What
See
else?
you, kid.
What else?
like 12.
I think that's about it on the Halloween stuff. Oh, and you know what? That old story that's floating around, and if you just read the headline, it's a politicized story. Have you seen the headline that candy corn kills 500,000 Americans each Halloween?
Huh?
Dude, my buddy almost died choking on one of those as a kid.
So maybe it kills one American every year.
Like he almost died choking on that.
There's a fake story that's been running around for a while about Halloween and candy corn that 500,000 Americans choke and die on candy. That's not true. It's a completely false story. And we don't do politics on the show, but it goes back to a Biden slam and the 2020 election. It's not, it's convoluted, but it's not true. 500,000 Americans do not die from candy corn every year. And with that, I will take my cell phone out of my pocket and put it into a locked bag. Oh, I think that ship has sailed, though. I think that ship has pretty much sailed. Yeah, I think so. All right, 9:46, folks. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And tomorrow's Friday, so the Friday show. People are asking for Hal Herman tomorrow.
No, next week.
All right,
we gotta wait for somebody else famous to die.
Yeah, I think
There's
Hal
no
Herman.
new news.
Yeah, probably Hal should be once a week. Is what I'm thinking.
I say Hal. Okay.
Plus, he's
Once
in the middle
week,
of a bender.
But more juicy juices tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of bender is Hal?
So many juicy juice bender.
All right, folks, have a great day. You want to follow me on Instagram? I'm Certified MJ Radio. So let's see how many followers how many people are listening right now at the very end of the show? Show me some IG love. If you're on Instagram and you don't follow, let me do a little scientific experiment.
So cheap,
Let me do a scientific experiment real quick. In the final seconds of the show, let me see how many followers, brand new followers I can get on my Instagram. If you're on IG and you don't follow me, give me a follow right now. And if you don't like me, unfollow me. If you don't like my content, then just unfollow. But let's see how many I can get in the final moments of the show. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow on Instagram right now. Certified MJ Radio. But look at my content. I got some good stuff lately. So follow the show as well. We're MJ Morning Show. Roxanne is Roxanne Wilder on Instagram. And Froggy is
Froggy MJ Radio.
And
join the festivities.
And Fester is
somebody who hasn't posted on Instagram in like 6 months.
Okay, so it doesn't
all right, well, that's it. Folks, have a great day. You need to email me. I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. We'll see you tomorrow. And let's be careful out there.